Right now, we are live and coming at you here. We should be live right now. You got redirected. I see someone saying Anthony fails again, but he'll learn the error of his ways very shortly. Okay, we are now just about ready to roll here. There we go. Everyone's in. Everyone's in. Here we go. Big ups, everybody. Let's get to it. Time for a song, and then we will start the pre-stream. You're all legends. Thanks for hanging out today. WPIG 6051 coming at you here.
Darksydeflow.
Darksydeflow in the house. It's time to go. One of the best songs ever. Let's get to it.
Hello, hello, and welcome. Only mic was on. It's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello, hello, hello. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn up my neck phones. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. What's up, Jamie? Yo, yo. Good to see you here today. Are you ready for this? Yo, yo. You know what time it is. Yes, Jay. It's time to go. Shout out to all my niggas from Guadalajara, Acapulco. I'm cruising in my blue Corolla. I need that money to be a high roller. Trapped and made a controller. She's crying downstairs. I have to console her. Swimsuit model with eating disorder. Spent $200 on her DoorDash order. Yo, just a fucking crook with a fucking crooked jaw. False flagging down channel with my puppy dog. I committed fraud and I got low teeth. I'm a low teeth god. False flagging, mundane maggot. Phil's fat, Phil's a faggot. Phil's a loser, Phil's a beggar. Arnold, Phil's a nigger. Right? How do you say? Brunel's a nigger, right? Very nice. All right. Let us continue. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance to save the best streak. I'm going full mask off. It's not that deep. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance left to blow. You ready? It's time to go. It's time to blow. They thought I fell off. No. Like a prime D rose, I be dunking on these hoes. Turn you into T-part, striking a T-pose. So let me tell you now what the story is. They call me DSP. Notorious. I'm cruising and wrenching, fast and furious, with my homie pastor Eric Miller.
He's quite curious. They don't have nearly what it takes to be a man. And since I took their manhood, that's mine now, so I ain't giving it back.
My trolls are always watching me, waiting for another disaster stream. They won't even give me a piece of peace. They're like a whole fucking team locking onto my stream like a detractor beam. I can't get through a night sober. I'm losing my mind and I'm losing supporters. Detractors are bending me over. Just another pawn in this Ludwig world order. And now I'm seeing so much clearer as I sit here staring into Dark Dave's mirror and all of my fears and all that I see. The raw DSP, bottom leader, cult leader. It's 3 a.m. and I still can't sleep. I guess this is all I will ever be. This is just how time flows. Until it's time to go. It's gonna take years of effort to try to dig myself out of this fucking hole. It really is. And it sucks. I hope that someday I'll get out of it. I don't know if I ever will. I may be living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life. Like, it's been tough. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. Yeah. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. Yeah. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade.
WPIG 6051 coming at you live here. Big ups to Darksydeflow. Legendary artist who has just released a new song, by the way, PRW focused here, from the song Mother by Danzig here. And please check that out if you haven't already. Big ups to everybody for chilling. Big ups to everybody. Special, extra special big ups for people that were this morning in the lore stream. Had a lot of fun in there today. So, Kick Chat's having fun already. They said, happy wedding anniversary, Phil. Hope you have a nice day with Kat. And Philip responds with, good morning, all. Already spent some time with her today. I'd like to do a recreation of the time they spent together today. Are you ready? Morning. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm going to go up. I'll see you later. And that was the entirety of the time they spent together. Hope you enjoyed that. ALT's brother DCP L2250DW says ALT doesn't wash his hands after peeing. I saw him. I have been known. No, just kidding. I have been known to skip a wash or two. No, just kidding. Just kidding. So my choice for the news story today. Well, not that I think we're going to get one, but you know. What we're going to get here is this Reggie. Shoutouts to Reggie, the legend. Because remember, Philip talked about how Reggie said he begged Nintendo to add the Wii Sports pack in. So Reggie, yesterday, shared the story himself. So I think this is an easy one to choose because Philip will kind of take a W on it and say, like, see, just like I told you, now Reggie's sharing it too. That's my guess. But anyways, we'll see. As for what happened yesterday, so we did get to the goal yesterday, but it took a lot of begging to get there. So until he starts here, we can watch some of this from yesterday. We left the stream yesterday with like, I don't know, 60 or something. So we're at 4 o'clock now, PM his time, and we're not quite there. So we'll see.
Please, by all means, let's get back on track today. Let's hit that goal. We're going to do a DSP tries it if we do get our goal today.
Sweet.
All right, well, progress. We'll see what happens in the next part. All right, so, folks, here's the deal.
Oh, okay,
We
good.
have 1 more hour to hit the goal. We are at $86 out of the 150 goal.
Cool.
When we hit the goal, I'm ordering Little Caesars for DSP tries it, which I'm
great.
excited to do. 3 different food items. First time I'm doing a Little Caesars in over 12 years, and the first time that I'm trying any of these items.
God, this is huge.
All right, please, let's hit the goal. If you're here enjoying, please support the stream. If you're here and you just like my content, please support the stream. I haven't hit the goal now in 3 streams. We want to hit it on this stream so we can do the DSP tries it by the end of the stream. Okay? So please support it. Anything appreciated right now. We do have a good amount of super chats. We have some memberships, and we have some tips. The one thing that we're lacking today is subs.
So the troll tips are definitely picking up, by the way. You see this one? So shout-outs PWR, live with 600 people right now.
I think we have 1 sub on Kick. So some more subs on Kick would be appreciated. But, hey, anything, greatly appreciated. Okay? Very nice.
Does he respond to that or no?
Okay.
I believe PWR now is 100% banned in his chat, right?
Toasty Chestnuts, please shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Seriously, stop being a troll. Because if you keep doing it, I'm just going to ban you. I'm not going to put up with your nonsense.
What was that?
Okay. Toasty Chestnuts, please shut the fuck up.
Toasty Chestnuts just did the thumbs down, I think?
Seriously, stop being a troll. Because if you keep doing it, I'm just going to ban you. I'm not going to put up with your nonsense. Podcast was good, Real King Michael.
Oh, was it?
All right, let's do it. I need within 1 hour we have to hit it so I can order so we can have the food around 4 o'clock. Okay?
Guys.
Again, guys, reminder, please support the stream.
This is very fun.
We have about less than an hour left, and if we hit the goal, it is DSP tries it today. So I would love to do that today. Today would be a great day to do it.
Oh.
I'm craving Little Caesars pizza, right?
Support the stream or you are a racist. Thank you.
I wanted to do it for days.
I got to show you that tweet. Thanks for reminding me.
So please support the stream, guys.
That tweet blew my fucking mind. Here,
no, I would not go bald for a goal.
Why not?
But I would love to hit this goal, guys. Come on, can we just hit it?
Guys.
Enough with this, like, waiting until last minute, and then we get close.
He's getting increasingly pissed.
Listen, we don't hit it.
Guys.
We haven't hit a goal. Oh, here's one right here.
Come on.
We haven't hit a goal in a while. It's been days now.
It's been days.
And obviously, I want to hit this. My backpack is full. Obviously, I want to hit the goal today. I want to do this. I really want to do this DSP tries it today. I'm interested in it.
Okay, so it'll still be interesting tomorrow, though, right?
Hey, if I find 5 more herbs, I can actually do a second one.
Oh, great.
Because it's going to be another 30, 40 minutes I have to order. Couple quick shout-outs.
Oh, quick shout-outs. That means not good.
If they're legit. I don't know if they are. Nope, that's a troll.
Huge PWR fan.
And a troll.
Nope. Oh.
So, yeah, guys, it would be great if we could hit the goal. We're getting no legit support at all. We're just getting, like, literally, I'm not kidding. For the last 40 minutes, it's been a bunch of small troll contributions.
Oh, shoot.
We've been at 86 for over an hour. and we only have a half an hour left to order the food for DSP Tries It. So please, let's hit the goddamn goal.
Jesus.
I don't want to do 3 straight streams now where we're not hitting it. So let's do it. All right, let's get some support here.
This is only going to continue, by the way.
Anything as small
Anything.
as a buck helps. Seriously.
I like when KickChat says, I'm going to give moral support bombs. Here it comes. They do moral support bombs, emotes. That's the best.
Adds up. So let's do it. All right, guys, real talk. 10 minutes left. We are only
sweet.
45 bucks away from hitting the goal, so I can do a DSP Tries It and hit a goal for the first time in 4 streams.
That's a cool game to be
Let's do it right
at.
now. Let's get some support.
Right now. Come on.
Let's hit this damn goal.
Let's get some
I did just
hit the
receive a
damn
$5
goal.
tip.
Oh,
from
that's
Only
good.
Ice Infinite. Adam Falls, my favorite playthrough to watch at the moment.
Oh,
God.
interesting. Hold on. This is real time now. So Luna says, is everything okay? Because last couple of days you've been upset with stuff, and I'm curious what's bothering you. I know you can't talk about personal stuff. Nothing is bothering me, really. I said what was going on during yesterday's show, got it off my chest. Gaming isn't what it used to be. That was it. So I think this was a LARPer trying to explain how he's been extra salty since the money hasn't been there, but, you know. Gaming isn't what it used to be. Back in my day, we had good games. We didn't need save states. But Philip is the biggest abuser of save states on the internet, but okay.
Guys, then get me to the goal, and we'll keep playing it, you know? Right now, the problem is all the playthroughs I'm doing are kind of stagnant. We haven't really played anything new recently that's been any good. All the games that have come out are just half-assed, quite frankly.
Oh, half-assed.
Right? Nothing has stood out as being good that's been a new game.
So it's all about the games then, or?
There's not much I can do. You know, people want Minecraft. We're doing that Friday. People want Blueprints. It comes out tomorrow. Well, first of all, Sammy Lynn did a $2 super chat saying Little Caesars is like $6, not $1.50. Well, first off, I'm ordering 3 different things.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a grand total of $18, Sammy Lynn. Felted. Got him.
I'm not just ordering one pizza. Secondly, I'm getting delivery, so you have to pay for delivery. You have to pay for the tip.
Okay, here we go.
You have done that yourself.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, so we're up to about, let's say $30 or $40.
To pay for tax. So you're wrong. But thank you, Sammy Lynn, for the super chat.
Okay.
Ian S. has just tipped me $40.
Okay, see, you happy? Begging works, right?
So, for the first time in 2 days, we have hit a goal.
See? Are you happy, right? You're not going to beg more after this, right?
And that means we've officially done it. Number 1, we have hit goal 10 out of 20. So now we're working towards 20, which may or may not be about it over the next week.
There you go. We got the goal, guys. We got the goal. Okay, the quote from yesterday I wanted to show you was insane. Okay, so this is from yesterday. Watch this. So this is from the review of the Little Caesars.
I was shocked at how good the Little Caesars DSP Tries I did earlier. I was shocked at how good it was for the price. That's the cheapest by far. That's the cheapest DSP Tries that I've done in months. It was under $50 and I fed the whole family, and we have insane amounts of left.
Fed the whole family. Fed the whole family. This is the result of legitimately LARPing. Not just outwardly LARPing, but I think like mentally as well. LARPing that you have this family and you are a family man. Right? Fed the whole family. You feeding Bugs Bunny some pepperoni? You feeding the birds some sausage? Like, I really think that he's LARPing mentally as a family man, you know? Because there was no way on earth you'd say fed the whole family if it's 2 people. And I do think 2 people can be a family, right? That is a family. So Nocturnal disagrees, but I'll say it. I think you can say a family is 2 people sometimes. However, you don't use the word whole when talking about two. You know what I mean? So two is not whole, right? If you have, for example, let's say I have 2 cats, kittens, let's say, and I wouldn't buy food, one bag of food, and then say, wow, this bag fed the whole litter. You don't say that because there's only 2, right? So the problem I have with this is more the word whole. There's only 2, so we don't use whole for that. But we did stuff the pizza inside of our hole, face hole, for that one. So there we go. That was, I'm not hiding 2 kittens. No, I'm not. No, I am not. But I was very unhinged to say, fed the whole family. Big ups to Pigpen Lord of Dirt, who says, hey guys, I want to take my wife to dinner tonight. So if you want... So if you can all Venmo me $150 so we can get some McDonald's. Hell yeah. Okay, Wall Yap is okay, that's a good poll. No, the poll question should be who's going to be on Smart Guys tonight, all right? So I have to do that. I was going to do a poll question saying will he bring up like we can get some food for my wife, but I'm going to change it to who is the special guest for Smart Guys, okay? Oh, wait, let me change that to not my Smart Guys, because this is not my Smart Guys. Okay. So the choices are... beer, but Nurbru's saying Cog. But Nurbru, let me remind you, Cog and Ralph are like mortal enemies. Like they spend half their show shitting on each other. So I don't think that would make sense, but I'm not saying it's not possible. Mersh... So my choice right now are Beardson, Mersh, Cog, and Other. Okay? So I realize Other's the safest bet. But you want to take a shot? Go for it, right? Here we go. I am now locking in the poll. Bam! Take your best guess. The poll is now in. It is locked in. Cyrax is funny. Wings is also a possibility I've seen thrown around. I can only do 4 options, though. If I could do more, I would. I promise you, but I can't. Big ups to Ryan is too conceited, who says, this pig makes me sick, man. If my child grew up to be this, I'd just KMS out of shame. You would be embarrassed, that's for sure, right? Amberlid Reed, Smark Gorals. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't think Wings even watches wrestling, by the way. Oh, by the way, not that anyone cares about Girl World, but there's some spicy Instagram that have came out from Amberlyn Reed yesterday, guys. Oh, sorry, this is TikTok. You guys love this. This is from Amberlyn Reed 1 hour ago. Well, at the time, but you guys like this. I'll leave that up for you. Wallyap says, buy ALT a dictionary fund. Okay, that's fair enough. I know family can mean different things for different people. I'm just... I have an issue with the whole thing more. But okay, you guys... I see a lot of people liking this. I see you guys liking this, so I'll keep it up. Oh, the new foot pointer? That's good. Yeah. Right here? Okay, I'll take it off. A lot of guys are starting to protest. The Abyss says, divorce coin with today, no date with cat. Yeah, divorce coin W today, no date with cat. I mean, I expect people to bring it up in chat, honestly. But, uh-oh. Here we go. DSP's. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. DSP's salty and kick chat, boys. Yeah. All right, ready? Is this their fucking narrative today? I wasn't aware you have to celebrate stuff on the day. Like how we had an awesome Valentine's celebration later in the month. How about you fuck off, LOL? That's not the end, though. Here we go. It's not over yet. This isn't even a holiday. It's an anniversary of something that we can celebrate whenever we choose to, which we are next week. If that's how you feel, how about not getting triggered about it then, big man? If that's how you feel, don't get triggered about it. If you know it's kind of weird to say that, then you get triggered, right? But of course, the no-life losers of the internet make a narrative out of it. Who's he talking? He's not talking about me. Oh, he's talking about Pop Polecat on that one. That's it. That's the end. That's the end of the freak out. Has he do anything in his own chat? Let me see. No, he's ignoring YouTube chat altogether because they are more the drone style. Good job, Phil. Can't wait to see you play, buddy. That kind of stuff. All right, let's get the stream up. Slideshow has definitely started, but he has not started yet. There we go. Has he celebrated it on the day in the past? I don't remember. I know he's talked about it. Ooh, hello, saucy ankle pick. All right, you asked for it. Oh, not that one. Okay, this is Scoot Towwalker's fault, not my fault. ALT's brother, DCP L2550DW says, please don't make me print more ALR legs. I don't print out Amberlynn legs. I do not. I do not. Wallyap says once again, buy ALT a dictionary fund, which is fine. I'm just saying it's funny to say fed the whole family. Right? I think that is funny. ALT's brother, DCP L2550DW says, feed me two ALT, toner and fresh A4 paper, please. Thank you. Now, if anyone doesn't know, this is all a meme because once I hit print screen and it showed my printer's name. So that is my printer's name. Shout outs to my printer, brother DCP L/2550DW. Petchy in the house says, how does the emblem for Prestige 2 begging look? Prestige 2 begging? I don't know. Someone could make that up. Ooh, I could ask ChatGPT to make one. Good point. Let's say, that's a good, here, I'll do it for you, Petchy. Here we go. How would an emblem for reaching Prestige 2 in begging look like? This would be for a video game. Here we go. All right, reading Kick Chat. I'll read Kick Chat, Anthony. Right on it. Let's see. That's Easter. DSP hasn't said anything yet, but the only thing we celebrate here is the birth and resurrection of our Lord. Me and my boyfriend's anniversary is on 4/20. Oh, ALT bisexual grinder trade. Interesting. Didn't know Snoop Dogg had one. See, but here's the thing. How come we celebrate the birthday on the day every single year? Seems like that's the priority, right? You know what I mean? Like, interesting how the birthday gets the exact day, but yet the anniversary doesn't. Mangaka says, will he ever lower the goals to pre-casino levels? Now, I think he won't. Because that would be the biggest detractor W ever, right? If he does that. Because that's a massive, massive blow to the ego. So even if he's not hitting goals, I think he won't do it. Because that's too big of a W for detractors. They would celebrate, you know what I mean? They would be dancing in the streets, right? If that happens. And he knows it, so he will never do that, in my opinion, I think. And what told you look like Bakba Soup? Okay, let me bring it up. I don't know who that is. Bakba Soup. Let's see. Bakba Soup. I've never heard that. I think there is a similarity in the nose, I'd say. Could be a brother. There you go. Bakba Soup. Look at that guy. Could be my brother for sure. I think it's the nose. Big nose thing, right? I like my favorite one. Someone said in a chat was this one. I think this is the best one. This is my favorite one. This is most accurate right here. That's my favorite one. Or the, as Chu says, Abuleta. Here, I'll show you one Chu says. You want to see that? Okay, here is what, by the way, ChatGPT has given us the Prestige 2 begging emblem. You ready? What do you think? Prestige 2 begging emblem. Does it make sense? Makes sense. I like it. This is what Chu says. This is what who Chu says I look most like. You haven't seen before. This is who Chu says I look like. The first time she saw that in the store, she started cracking up. And then she showed that. And that's, there you go. Big ups. Thanks, everybody. Anyways, moving on positively here. Ooh. Out of left field, someone's saying, could another person that it could be tonight? David in the house says this. 8-Bit Eric. Does anyone know who 8-Bit Eric is? Okay. So 8-Bit Eric has been making YouTube videos for many years now. They used to be involved with the Game Chasers. Now he kind of does more of a side-scroller style thing. He does hate Review Tech USA a lot. And he's sticking up for... He's one of the hates Review Tech USA so much that he said, like, Review Tech fumbled the bag on the snaking event. So... yeah, Lolcow Live doesn't like him, but he does like wrestling. I think he's done independent wrestling himself. So could that be who it is tonight? Could that be? That would count for the other category if you're interested in the poll right now. That would be the other. Philip is clearly still raging at people. I mean, not in chat at least, but he's not started the stream yet. What we could do is, I have not watched it yet, the newest Lechero video. So we could start that until he starts. Let's do it. I have not seen this one yet. This is entitled The Wolverine Figure. Let's go.
Familia, DSP, we are going back in time. On the next Familia, DSP, we are going back in time to the traumatizing event of the Wolverine action figure.
Where the fuck is this stupid bus? Fucking loser side Phil. Hey there, Mr. Jordan.
I'm not here to conversate.
Who's on the bus?
What about this country?
I think it's... Wait, let me see. Jade and Lugo. And Wings is the driver. Oh, is that... I think it's... Is that Raven's Dolphin in the back?
Hey there, Mr. Jordan.
I'm not here to conversate, man.
I think
What
it
about
is.
this country?
Oh, I know, Germany.
Whoa, bunny! Catch the next episode of Familia DSP this Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Is your wife asking you to go down on her? Well, get a lunch meat sandwich at Arby's instead. Only 99 cents. Layered up with roast beef and some tangy ass barbecue sauce. Put some meaningful ass horseradish inside your sandwich.
Oh,
Get your big
no!
ass. Put some meaningful ass
No!
horseradish inside your sandwich. Get your big ass down to Arby's ASAP.
No!
Make sure you hit your...
Cursed image right there. Lechero said I can have these commercials as well. I can add them to WPIG, so I will definitely do that. This is the best one yet.
Get your big ass down to Arby's ASAP. Make sure you hit your tips goal before ordering. If the wife is starving, she'll have to deal with it.
All right, unfortunately, he has started. So we got the commercials at least. That's fun. We'll edge you. Ryan is too conceited, says, yes, 8-Bit Eric, another washed up loser on the net. Hi, Eric. It'd be interesting. Ooh, summer style. Summer of Lugo coming out. Lugo Boy Summer in full effect here in Renton, Washington. You love this. Big ups, Ryan is too conceited. I don't know if that would categorize. He would categorize that as a loser pick, but I can definitely see 8-Bit Eric messaging DSP to get on the wrestling show. Because that's just, I think he would do that. You look like Jeremy from Code Loco. Jeremy from, okay, all these people I don't know. Let's see. Code Loco. Let's see this one. Okay. Well, this is pretty positive. I don't agree with this one, by the way, but here we go. Maybe in my younger years, for sure. That's what I'm doing, Kyle. Relax. Lyoko, my bad. Never seen the show. I don't agree, though. Oberken says, you need to have a Kick Sock account for these streams. I don't want to have one because I would focus too much on it, right? And I don't think that would be a good idea. But I you know what I mean? I don't know. I would focus on it too much, and I would try to say funny stuff. I don't know. I just wouldn't focus on it. I'm focusing on too much stuff as it is. But thank you so much. You're a legend. Let's go. Lugo Boy Summer starts now.
Good morning, everyone. Are you ready? Today is going to be a chill day. That's right. On today's show, it's a very laid-back atmosphere because today we're not really talking about too much. We got a brand new game that's come out absolutely out of nowhere that everyone seems to be praising. And if anything, maybe the discourse should be, why are we talking about a small-time, almost not heard-of game that's on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus rather than all the big AAA releases? Might be an interesting topic, no? But we're also going to talk about how yesterday went and more, but it's going to be a very laid-back atmosphere here on the show. So sit back and relax. It's time for the Level 1 podcast. What is up? Today is Thursday, the 10th of April, 2025. We've already got people talking in chat, so let's chat. First off, people are like, what is going on?
Yeah, because it's your anniversary. You wanna debunk this right away?
Why is Phil wearing that shirt today? Isn't it just spring? Why is he wearing a shirt that looks like it's summertime? Well, there's a couple of reasons why. Actually, there's a few. Reason number one is today I'm playing in a game called Blueprints. And in honor of the launch of this game, which is apparently a super hot game that everyone's talking about. It's on Game Pass. It's on PS Plus. People are ranting and raving about this game, saying Game of the Year contender, which is wild for a game that I hadn't even heard of a week ago. But anyway, I said I wanted to color coordinate and do everything blue today. So we got the blue background, the blue border, blue text. I said, what's the best shirt I have in my arsenal? And actually, I had gone shopping for spring and summer shirts a few weeks ago. And I was going to save this one for the summer. I said, well, it's blue. It matches. Why not? Okay. It pops on camera as well, as you can see. It's a pretty nice looking shirt. So that's number one.
It pops. Let me tell you, it's popping.
Number two. Today, it is going to be on the warmer side here in Washington State where I live. Normally in the Pacific Northwest, around this time of year, it's like 50 degrees Fahrenheit with a lot of rain. Today, we're supposed to have sun on and off and high 60s, which means it could be pretty hot in this office. So it made sense for me to be wearing lighter clothing. So that way I don't have to overheat. Okay, that's number two.
I don't have
and
to
number
overheat.
Three, I don't know if you can hear it. Let me see. You probably can't because of my filters on my mic.
Nah, I heard it.
My neighbors are renovating. And while they're renovating, they have a guy going outside literally every 10 minutes sawing wood. So I'm putting up with it for now. But chances are, if this guy becomes more obnoxious with how loud that he's sawing, I'm probably going to close my window, in which case it's going to get incredibly hot and stuffy in here. So that's the three reasons why I'm actually wearing lighter clothing today.
Good point, by the way. If it was kids screaming, he would do the same exact thing, right?
Here we go. Once again, people who don't listen over and kick, high 60s isn't hot. No, you're right. It's not. High 60s is not hot. But when the sun is out and it's high 60s outside, this office becomes about 85, 90 degrees, especially because of all of the components that I have in here. Multiple PCs, big screen TV, multiple monitors. it already gets stuffy, and then the sun heats up this room. But I've
The 300 goal is probably because he forgot to change it last night. That's it.
only explained this probably about 4,000 or 5,000 times. So if you're just an idiot who doesn't listen, I can't help you being stupid. Anyway. So there you have it. That's why.
Moob cardigans out, button-ups in. Big Us Fish Tank enjoyer.
I'm wearing these lighter clothes today.
Yep.
And you will see
Oh,
as
you'll
it gets
see.
warmer, and the fact that I will be wearing more, you're going to see a whole new wardrobe for the summer. I went shopping a couple weeks ago and got a whole bunch of new shirts and things. So you'll see over the coming months as things get warmer.
More
As
shit
of now,
we
I
bought.
have not put my air conditioner into my window yet. I'm waiting because the rest of the house is very cool. Like it's not hot at all anywhere in the house. It's only this room that's been hot. So I've been looking and waiting and like, Next week we're supposed to have a few more days that are going to be like 65, 70 degrees. And I'm like, well, maybe it's going to be time sooner rather than later to install the air conditioner in the window and to start to use it, which would suck. It means I don't get a lot of fresh air in here, but it is what it is. The good news is this year.
Thanks, Cypress, who says it's faint. The sound is faint. It's not overbearing. Thanks, Cypress.
It likely will be a lot cooler in here over the summertime because I have these curtains rather than the old blinds that were terrible. These curtains now will block out the sun.
Thanks for telling the truth.
And also insulate the cool, which the other blinds never did. The other blinds, like always, there'd be hot air blowing in and out, even when I had the air conditioner in. Here, these are supposed to hold in everything, so the room should actually stay very cool, and I probably won't need the air conditioner as much.
Cool boy
Hopefully.
summer.
We'll have to see.
We gotta see.
Okay.
Cool boy summer.
Alrighty.
Oh, alrighty. Cool boy summer.
Now, another thing, because honestly, I wasn't going to bring this up today at all because this is private stuff. Has nothing to do with you guys.
Here we go.
But today's my wedding anniversary, and already you were idiots over in the Kick Chat, the usual LARPing trolls.
They're asking if you're doing anything with your wife today. That's not LARPing trolls. Well, I mean, they are LARPing trolls. But that's not an insult to ask that, by the way. But, okay, go ahead.
He's on stream instead of celebrating his wedding anniversary. Idiots. So, as you guys well know, I've had a lot going on this year in my private life. This week already was a crazy week with the birthday marathon. My wife was working. We are already going to celebrate, but we're going to celebrate next week. Okay, in fact, we have an extra day off slated for next week to spend time together rather than on the actual day of the anniversary. All right, so FYI, next week, there's going to be an extra day off. I will talk more about that as we get closer to next week's schedule. So you guys will know well ahead of time what days I'm here and I'm not next week. But that's, not a big deal. It's my personal business.
Okay.
FYI, we're probably ordering out dinner today. Probably something my
Why would today be any different than any other day? I mean, come on.
wife loves, like sushi or something, to celebrate. But outside of that, it is what it is. When you get older, you realize, hey, yes, it's nice to celebrate holidays and anniversaries, but usually don't get to just take entire days off in the middle of nowhere to do so. You got to just do it when you have time.
Well, if you make your own schedule, you could do that.
And we're going to have time next week, and that's when we're going to celebrate it.
Okay.
Actually, you guys are right. People are like, you look like you're wearing the Vice City shirt that Tommy Vercetti wore. You're absolutely right. That's what this shirt looks like. I didn't realize it till right now. You guys are dead on correct. It does look like Tommy Vercetti's shirt. Wow. Cool. Alrighty then.
Cool. It looks just like him.
Excellent. All right. Anyway, so folks, welcome to the show. We got all the nonsensical stuff out of the way, and now we can talk about the important topics, of which we don't have any today, because I checked and there's really no game news going on to really mention today.
All right, no news.
There's nothing that I really need to update you guys on. What I would like to do is talk about how yesterday's streams went, because yesterday was a very positive streaming day, that's for sure. But outside of that, we could chill. I'm very curious about today's game. For those who don't know, today we're playing a game called Blueprints. Until just a few days ago, I was not aware of this game's existence. I'm not sure if anyone was. And if anything, I think the story to tell here is that this year, particularly, all right, looking at a game release schedule means nothing
Why?
Trying to predict what games are good or bad or people will care about is impossible. You guys realize that we are almost 4 whole months into the year. We're about 3.5 months into 2025. Okay? I could count on
3.5 months into 2025? Don't you mean 4?
months into the year. We're about 3.5 months into 2025. Okay? I could count on one hand the number of good game releases that have...
I guess he's saying once you have to finish the month first. I wouldn't think of it that way, but okay.
Actually come out that are like worth playing.
Yeah, it's a weird way to say it, but yeah, I get what he's saying now. My bad. I'll take the slight L on that.
Frankly, it's probably one of the slowest starts of a year I've ever seen. The thing is, some of the biggest games of the year so far, for example, Monster Hunter Wilds, right? That's for a particular audience. It's not
a pretty fucking big one.
Not necessarily a widespread, mainstream, oh my God, everyone must play style of audience. In fact, it's the opposite. It is a good audience, and it's a good fan base that spends a lot of money. But at the same time, if you're not in that fan base, you kind of don't care. I compare it to like the popularity of something like League of Legends, where, my God, there's an insane worldwide community for it. But if you're not in that community following the competitions and everything, you really don't care about League of Legends, right?
Okay, but if they're big enough audiences, who gives a fuck? And clearly there's a lot of people that care about that. And Monster Hunter.
And that's the thing. I liked Monster Hunter Wilds. When I tried the beta or the demo or whatever it was, I actually thought it was a fine game, but it didn't resonate with my audience, so...
Like Yakuza, yeah, Pakaba CD.
I skipped it, you know? What else? You could argue Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 might have been the other biggest game of the year, because outside of that, all the other games that people expected to be the big hype games have not been so. I mean, probably, you would say, Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? I mean, you want to talk about the ultimate game that just was not what they were expecting it to be, did not sell nearly as well as they wanted, as expected. You know, it's just been a slow year. I mean, if you just take a look at just the game release schedule in general, not even the games that I played or the games that I chose to skip, but just in general, right? So we had, in January, nearly nothing. You know, going back to February, we had the Elden Ring Night Rain beta, which was good.
Really
looking
got
forward
enough
to
to
that
talk
game
about,
actually coming out. Avowed, mid to low. Lost Records, are you kidding me? One of the worst games that has ever been put out as a narrative-based game. Fatal Fury's open beta was a flop with insane amounts of lag and bad matchmaking. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, which is an okay game, but a spin-off game that's not mainstream, really, like a main installed number in the series. Monster Hunter Wilds, okay, that was huge, admittedly. Yeah. Split Fiction, if you play co-op games, that was huge. Outside of that,
so many people.
The Suikoden 1 and 2 collection, for me, a huge game, but certainly not for everyone, right?
Sold so much that the company is now doing stage shows, an anime, and also a manga because that sold so much over their expectations. But go ahead.
WWE 2K25. Has anyone even talked about it? Assassin's Creed Shadows, and we all know how that went.
Yes, it is.
You know,
I know it's doing in Japan. I saw the Japan direct they did for it, but I'm assuming it will be in English too.
Fall, which I've now been playing now for a couple of weeks, and is kind of, again, mid. It's not great, but it's not awful. It's kind of in the middle. And then most recently, South of Midnight, right? So when you look at these games that have come out, it's really not been a very good year at all. Underwhelming. You know, kind of mid to nothing. And what are the big games that everyone talked about? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which no one even knew was going to be good, right? And now the game we're playing today, Blueprints. What the hell is Blueprints, right?
I keep thinking he's saying Blueprints. Like he's supposed to be saying Blueprints, but he's saying Blueprints. But the game is called Blueprints, but it's throwing me off.
Wait, what? What is that? Well, apparently it's great. It's a game that's supposed to be a unique hybrid puzzle game. So it's part puzzle, part exploration, part other stuff. And people who've played it early and reviewed it said, man, it's actually legitimately one of the best games of the past few years. It's unique. It stands out from the pack and tries to do things different, which is something you see rarely in today's modern gaming age. And it's getting praise up, down, left, and right. Now, here's the funny part about that, right?
Oh, here we go. Here's something funny.
Blueprints.
Finally. Yes.
Has been, well, it is, I should say, both on Game Pass and on PS Plus. You just play it if you're part of those services. Both. It's not even just, oh, we chose one or the other. It's on both.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
If the makers of Blueprints had known that this game was going to get the positive press that it is currently getting, that people were going to say this game is a Game of the Year contender, and that everyone this week would be abuzz about this game and be playing it today, do you think they would have put it on those services?
It's almost like they knew their game didn't have the hype necessary for it to be a standalone release, so they put it on those services to get it out there. But okay, go ahead. Please, yes.
If anything, I think they felt, well, we're kind of a smaller indie game style thing.
Yeah.
No one's really going to know about our game. Let's put it on there to get, exposure. But now they're probably kicking themselves in the butt saying, man, we should have just sold this thing outright. We could have made a lot of money.
Or no one would ever gave it a shot and tried it, which happens to a lot of games. Let's talk about what people think about Blueprints, how Philip's going to handle it. A puzzle game that he would undoubtedly wage quit. Oh, that could be fun, though. Philip with puzzle games is funny. It does lead to some good moments. And Squarehead PL says same thing. Blueprints, great game, but it's a puzzle game. All right. Robert Williams, 2065 will be the year of good games for sure. Definitely. Always the next year.
The truth is we don't know what kind of agreements these companies have with Game Pass or PS Plus because they don't reveal them. They're all behind-the-scenes agreements, right?
Behind the scenes.
But isn't it crazy that this year, some of the biggest releases and things we're talking about, again, 2 years running, are these games no one's heard of, and then boom, they hit the scene and everyone starts talking about it. I mean, what was the one last week? Schedule 1, right? And now we've got Blueprints. What's next week? Seriously, what's the next game?
I think Philip doesn't know that, like, Sony and Microsoft have to pay the people that make the games to do it. Like, he thinks it's just you give the game to Microsoft, and Sony said, do what you will. You know what I mean? That's not how it works, right?
That no one's talking about or heard of, and all of a sudden, next week will become virally popular. And then on the flip side of that, what's the next AAA level, heavily advertised game that's going to release and flop hard again this year? Things are topsy-turvy in the gaming landscape in the last couple of years. Okay? Now, I'm not complaining. I'm not. Now, because again, you guys and your level of support, I'm able to get whatever I want and play whatever I want, no matter what. I can play any game at any time because I have the formats to do it. The platforms, I'm on PC.
But as long as if you don't give me the tips goal one stream, I will quit it. I also have that ability now. That's how great I'm doing financially.
So I'm flexible. I can play these indie games. I can afford whatever. It's all good. But I'm just saying, what a bizarre twist. And man, if I hadn't had this big change in the last 6 to 8 months and been able to do all this, quite frankly, we might have been sitting around with our thumb up our butt saying, what do we play? Because the big games that normally Phil would play have not been good.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Pretty nuts, dude. It is nuts, man.
I guess we'll see. Today, I'm actually very excited to see what this game is today. I like unique games. I like fun games. I like things that stand...
No, now get out of here. You like fun games? Holy shit. Groundbreaking takes here. Big ups to Pasta Maker, who says, renovating, huh? Sounds like that's something he should have done instead of buying RGBs and toys for the set. Yeah, something that smart people do with their money. You know what I mean? And at the very least, we can fix a toilet or two, huh? Big ups.
And out and are different. I don't like these cookie cutter following AAA games where, we're putting out a new game. Check off this box, check off this box, check off this box. And half the boxes are monetize the game in 700 ways so that the company makes a lot of money.
Yep. Bingo.
I'd rather have a game that's unique, that's fun, that's different. If that's what Blueprints is today, then I'm all for it. But the question you do have to ask, because there is another factor here, will blueprints translate into a game that's fun to watch?
Oh, shit!
That's the question at hand.
Damn
it very well could be an incredibly fun game to play with unique puzzles and interesting aspects to it. But what if the game isn't fun to watch? What if
you know what that means, dumb fucks?
If the game is kind of boring to watch?
It's killing
this
me,
is
guys.
always the factor that I have to have in play, okay, when I play a game. I want to entertain my audience. That's the idea.
No,
I'm not playing a game for me. I'm playing a game for us.
Ugh.
Otherwise, I could just play the game off stream for myself, right?
That means you need money, right?
Will the game translate into something good? I hope so. Genuinely, whenever I'm usually enjoying a game, it translates into something very entertaining for the audience.
If only there was an example when that wasn't the case from 2 days ago, huh?
In general, there have been some exceptions. But
Speaking of 48 hours ago,
I'll say notably so recently, the Suikoden 1 HD remake playthrough. Okay? Certainly it did not resonate with a lot of people because a lot of people don't like classic RPGs around here. But the fact that I was playing it and enjoying the hell out of it every moment that we played it led to having a dedicated group of people who would come by, engage, and support the playthrough, and it worked in its entirety. It was a great 20-hour playthrough.
Because there was one person that would give $100 every single time he played the game. That's the only reason we have this opinion. Okay? And it is dedicated. You did hear that correctly. It's dedicated. What you need is a dedicated audience. I think we all could use that. Get more dedicated. King Be Cruel, more like King Be Bitch, says, Derek will be on Smart Guys. That is not happening. That is just not happening. Even Philip knows that's stupid.
All right. So, continuing on with that thread of thought and reasoning, hopefully blueprints will resonate with all of you if I like it. Because I don't know if I will. You know, I'm staring at it and I'm like, it's a puzzle game. I've liked puzzle games in the past. Take a look at playthroughs such as, man, what was that one that had all the crazy laser puzzles and things that we played that time? I can't remember.
Portal.
But I liked that one. But guess what? That one didn't resonate with the audience, and I had to stop playing it. I played it like maybe 10, 15 hours, and people were complaining it was too slow moving and boring, and I had to stop playing it, right?
I think Patrick's my next emote for sure.
But then compare it to like Riven or Mist, which actually really worked and ended up being great playthroughs. And I did full playthroughs of them. Okay? So it could be all over the place. It could be great. It could not be great. At the very least, I'm playing this one when it's brand new. And I'm playing it per your request. Rather than me just pulling this game out of thin air, you guys asked me to play Blueprints and told me all about it. So at least that gives me hope that people would like it and will actually tune in for the playthrough.
And support.
Right? So let's see how it goes. All right. I'm excited for it. Thank you for suggesting it. Again, this is a game that likely I never would have known about if you guys hadn't brought it up. And I think sometimes those turn out to be some of the best playthroughs that I've done.
Okay.
But man, again, what a year exposing the fact that most of the major games and studios coming out haven't been that big. And the few that have been, like I said, Monster Hunter Wilds, Split Fiction, they're not games for my audience. My audience doesn't really like them. So
okay. We are starting very poorly today, guys. Not gonna lie. ALT's brother DCP has some things to change our mind to change up the mood. So the anniversaries, Philip has done. In 2024, she had to work. They went out on the day off. Upset she couldn't do chores. In 2023, they had egg salad and DSP streamed that day. Better than nothing. And I know there's some links in Discord as well. Someone sent me with him talking about it. We'll see if we have time. But yeah, so it would have been good. I should have done that today on the lore stream, is looked at the history of the anniversary. But Big Us Fish Tank Enjoyer says, Grill Derek segment on Smart Guys. So what about this playlist, Derek? Could you talk about that?
Really like the playthrough. I hope so. I don't know. I purposefully have not spoiled myself on this game at all. I haven't looked it up at all. I haven't seen a single piece of gameplay. Because I just trusted you guys, okay? So, hopefully, it'll work out. Okay. So what we should do now, let's sit back and look at the schedule for a little bit.
We're not there
all right?
yet.
What I'd like to do is just kind of get caught up with where we are currently with all the games that I'm playing.
What was your favorite scene in MILFs in Miami 3? It's very controversial.
Shall we? So let's look at the games that I'm a good chunk into right now.
Okay.
All right. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza, Pirate, which probably was people. And so that is a big push. Like next week, I'm at least playing the game twice. I'm trying to beat it to get it out of the rotation. All right.
It's not
I want to
summer
move on to
yet.
other stuff or give more time to other things. Atomfall. Probably but people 20 hours. So I guess we'll see what we want to do. I'll be honest, yesterday's stream, the game started to really bore me because they did a piss poor job of making the combat interesting. Okay, the combat of Atomfall has become incredibly repetitive and just too grindy and time consuming. When you think about a good open world RPG, what makes it unique? Well, think about Dishonored. Oh, all the superpowers that you have going around. You could either use stealth or platforming or combat to tear people apart, and it's very fun, right? Skyrim. Oh, my God. Cool hand-to-hand combat, but also you've got the shouts. You could use magic, right? All these extra things that make the combat fun. Fallout. Well, it's got VATS. VATS alone makes the combat in Fallout feel special and interesting and different, right? And then you're like, Atomfall. Nothing. It's just repetitive, grindy, and boring. Every time I engage an enemy now in Atomfall, 2 more come around the corner, and then 2 more, and then 2 more. And it's like, wait a minute. How is that fun?
Skyrim combat is not good. And the mods can make it good, but still, I always just end up being a stealth archer, so I don't have to fuck with combat, honestly. That's the way to go. I tried many times to not do that, but no matter what, it always turns out to be stealth archer. You can't fight it. You cannot.
So either I have to kill endless gauntlets of enemies, which is very unfun, or I have to use stealth the entire game, and if I get detected, run like a coward, which also is not fun. The best part about Atomfall, I would say, is the world design and the plot. I'd like to know what's actually going to play with 10 pop. I'll see what happens going to go quite
okay, no one cares.
Going with it, at least for another stream or two. I don't necessarily want to drop it because it's not bad, but at the same time, you know, we are 2 weeks into it, right? It started, I think it was like the 21st of May.
Ralph is the show after WrestleMania. That's been confirmed. Not tonight, though.
Of March it came out. We're 2 weeks into it, and I'm not necessarily getting the vibe that people are loving it that much. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, it's okay. And then when we get to the grindy parts of the combat, it's kind of annoying. So, you know, let's see. We're going to keep it up for next week, keep it in the rotation, see how it does. But hopefully, I will actually get, you know, major story progress moving forward. You know, it's got to the point where basically what I'm being told is what you need to do is find different ways to get into this intergrade.
Oh, and that's God, man. Okay.
Disco Elysium.
You
know, we've got Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which I played again last night. The new seasonal maps are in there. We played them. They were fun. And so I'm enjoying that. I have new stat matches. So what I really think I need to do in the next couple of weeks, I need to finish Pirate Yakuza. I need to make the decision if I'm going to continue to play Atomfall. All right. And if I am, I need to basically put more time into it so we can try to finish it. Because I would like in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I would like to wrap up a lot of these ongoing playthroughs so we could focus on new ones. You know, we do have Clair Obscure coming out, and there are other games that are out in the last 6 weeks. And I was like, either of them even came close to hitting a goal of support.
Here we go.
And I was like, oh, shit, right? But the good news is yesterday we were back. Atomfall, we hit the goal and exceeded it, actually. And we actually did DSP tries at Little Caesars. If you didn't see it,
I showed you how much you had to beg to get that one done.
Better DSP tries it than I would argue even the last few. It was definitely better than the Taco Time one from the other day. We tried the pretzel crust pizza. We also tried
pretzel crust pizza.
The Detroit deep dish pizza and crazy bread.
Oh my God.
So that was a fun one, like a triple taste test.
Huge.
And that's live over on DSP Reacts if you haven't seen it yet. There's going to be a little break now because now we have to hit 20 goals in order to do any reward. I don't foresee that happening quickly. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe we'll have a crazy, over-the-top supportive day.
Ooh.
But I'm really not seeing that happen. I think it's going to be like a normal week. It might take us about a week now to hit our next goal. And so we'll talk about that in a second. Like, what should the next goal be? We've already discussed possibly Popeyes because they have a pickle-based menu, but maybe not. We'll talk about it in a minute, okay?
Oh, please.
So anyway,
I can't wait for the pickle-based menu. I don't think he has any contributions, guys. I think that's why this is going so long.
Yeah, Adam Fall, yesterday we hit the goal, and then last night, Call of Duty. I actually was doing pretty good. You know, I was running around with katanas, chopping people up, and I was trying the new maps, and then I went to sniping, and the sniping was going well. People liked it and supported, and so, boom, we hit another goal. So that was excellent to actually hit 2 goals yesterday. So thanks to everyone who did support and allowed me to hit my goals yesterday and get us back on track, right? Now, obviously, the hope today is that momentum keeps up. That today with Blueprints premiering, which you don't know how it's going to go, but hopefully it goes well. And tonight with Smart Guys, my wrestling commentary show, and this is my final commentary show before
I'm begging for fast food menus at this point. We're all going crazy right now.
The hope is that everything's going to go well.
Menus,
and
please.
By the way, you want to know the truth? By the way, my hair's sticking up again. I cannot.
Oh, God.
Cypress was like, yeah, and the rumor is that's it.
What did this dance say?
And then Cypress was like, yeah, and the rumor is that's it. John Cena will not even be on TV until WrestleMania. So there's nothing left to do. And we were like, I wonder if they're just going to roll recaps.
How do you know that's the truth, though?
Yes, that's exactly what they did this week. They just rolled recaps. So neither Cody Rhodes nor Cena were at any of the shows this week, which is very disappointing, obviously, for the crowds. They were like, this sucks, right?
Thanks, Cypress. Good addition there, brother. Why are we talking about wrestling?
Commentary thing to do next week. I actually think I've picked the best week to not do a wrestling commentary show. Next week, I'm not doing one for the record because it seems to me like there's nothing happening. Like it's just going to be like a filler crap week right before WrestleMania, which is really silly, but that seems like what they're doing. So anyway, tonight on Smart Guys, I will be talking about all this in detail, the final developments with the Paul Heyman favor and all of that.
Get to the guests. Get to the guests.
New matches that have been set up. So now the WrestleMania card is finally like being laid out what it's going to be.
Guest.
And, you know, can finally kind of give my opinions on all of that tonight on the show. So if you haven't seen it, or if you didn't know about it, it's tonight.
Oh, well, that's good news for next time Cypress joins Smart Guys, because Philips' new headphones can do Bluetooth. So that's a benefit.
7 p.m. Pacific time on the DSP Reacts channel, which is at DSP Reacts, okay? Or also right here on my Kick channel, if you're watching live on Kick, it's on both, okay? So I hope that you guys will join me for that.
Go ahead.
And it should be a good show. Now, I have my third and final co-host tonight.
Yes.
And, you know, fingers crossed, everything goes according to plan with that.
It's
actually going to be a really interesting one.
See?
All right. But I'm hoping everything goes according to plan. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. So everything else is fucking boring. So let me pontificate on that point, how he said that. That means that he's kind of worried about the person not showing up. And who else has a history of that? Wings of Redemption, right? So that leads me to believe it might be Wings of Redemption because they're not going to show up. Does that not mean it could be other lolcows? It definitely could be. But I would say my money now is on Wings. But he doesn't know about wrestling. That's true too, Infamous KS. But Wings needs DSP now more than he ever has before, right? I mean, Wings needs DSP. They need each other more than ever. Which is why you see the people working with DSP now. It's like Ethan Ralph and, you know, because they both need each other. Golden Triangle Gaming put a great video out today. I was watching it earlier. When I was walking the dogs, I was listening to it. And he said that point, that Wings needs him more than ever, right? Wings needs some kind of change of narrative. So teaming up with DSP is a good time for that, right? But we'll see.
Okay, we'll see. We'll find out by tonight. But either way...
And that's true, too. The Wings was back on lolcow. But not all the way, right? Not like he's back, right?
Smart Guys will be a good show tonight. The final build-up before WrestleMania.
Suffering Overdue says it's COG. He gave it away in the birthday stream. Philip said that? It's COG? Suffering Overdue? I need a timestamp.
Yeah, by the way, I have the new box of WWE trading cards to unpack if we hit the support goal of $100. So we'll see, okay, on the late stream. Tomorrow, finally, it'll be time for Minecraft, because you guys have wanted Minecraft now back in the rotation.
Oh, you're right. Apologies. He did say in the same sentence, who cares about Ralph living in a shack in Mexico? Who cares about COG doing whatever the fuck he did? I forget. You are right. That is true. So why would he have COG on the mind? I don't say it's like 100%, but it could be.
You've asked for it. With the Minecraft movie making insane amounts of money
Hell yeah.
this week.
Woo!
Everyone's been talking about Minecraft, and
Yeah!
I did the Minecraft Lego set on my birthday on
Come
Sunday,
on!
but we never got around to playing the game. So tomorrow, on the day stream,
Let me check in on the Minecraft movie haters. Let me see what they're thinking. Oh, come on! It's just a good film for kids, okay, boss man? It doesn't affect you. You don't have to see it. It's just good for kids, man. It's a good time, boss man. It's a great film. All right. Boss man's pissed about it.
will be Minecraft for the first time in many, many years. All right. It's going to be I think it's the Bedrock version, because I have the codes from doing the Minecraft meals last week.
Yeah. Yep.
So I have these codes, but I also have the codes for the other things too. Like, I've gotten all of the codes for the McDonald's items in Minecraft. And I think you have to do the Bedrock version in order to get those in there.
Got the codes.
I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Start over a new Minecraft world, mess around, hang out, enjoy each other's company, see how it goes. I'm absolutely going to need your help to figure that out, because I don't know. I don't remember Minecraft, right? It's been like over 4 years. I think we stopped playing it in like the summer of 2020. So it's going to need, I'm going to need some guidance on how to play and how to remember to do stuff. And it should be a fun time and a chill time tomorrow. Okay.
Papa Vera, please.
Very nice.
Very nice. Big ups, Dark Wolf says, used alchemy enchant glitch on bracers to one punch. Oh, now that's an option, but come on. You don't do that for a whole playthrough, right?
If I could get down on my hands and knees and say thank you and still be on camera, I would.
But it is an option. Okay, Big ups, Fictitious says, I'm behind. Phil casually saying his work is a higher priority than his anniversary is so sad. Poor extra large horse. And I agree. When you make your schedule, if you're some dude in an office that can't take off work that easily, I get it. That's not the case here in any way, shape, or form. We're playing a game that's been out for many months now, many weeks now, isn't it? Blueprints.
And then tomorrow night is Friday Night Fights, and I have confirmed I will be playing retro fighting games again with my friends from the back in the day. We're gonna have some Marvel 2 and probably some Third Strike, maybe some Super Turbo. We'll see. But we're gonna play the oldies tomorrow night. Last week I played Street Fighter 6, and all it really did was create rage, and people didn't even like it. If you remember Street Fighter 6, people were
sorry it was released today. Then how do you guys know so much about it? You guys saying it's cool and stuff. You playing that much already? ALT's brother, DCP L2550DW, has a quote from Minecraft, which I love. If you cross us, I will crack your kielbasa with my butt cheeks like a walnut. True quote from the movie. So edgy. They took so many risks with this script. It's magical.
Playing in the game sucks, and very low engagement, low support. People were actually liking it a lot better when I was playing the old games, so we're gonna do that tomorrow night. Okay? Cool.
That's actually in the movie, yes. They also curse a few times in the movie, if you can believe it. Well, they say hell.
Nice. All right, guys. So let's take a look. Let's get some support rolling for the show today. Our first contribution today.
Let's go.
Is a $5 tip.
Did it just come in?
Flatman B, who says, "Hey everyone, have a great day. Jesus bless you all, and positive vibes to all." Thank you, Flatman, for our first contribution of the day.
You forgot to bless us, Fat Man.
MB, who says, "Hey everyone, have a great day. Jesus bless you all, and
positive." Oh no, he did. God damn it, we're safe.
Vibes to.
We're safe. Whew! I thought he didn't bless us today. I was gonna be pissed, but he did. Thank God. Literally, thank God on this one. God. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because this episode's been so fast-paced, if you know what I'm saying.
Appreciate that.
ALT remembers when hell was a bad word.
Very good.
When did that change? I don't think people in elementary school are rocking the hell word, are they?
Like I said, I'm playing Blueprints today per your request. Let's hope it's good. Let's hope it resonates with the audience. Let's hope it turns into a great playthrough. And let's get some support. Shall we? Who's going to be the first super chatter today?
That's it?
Right?
Oh.
Who's going to be the first member? Who's going to gift a sub over on Kick, right? Let's do it. Let's get our first contributions of each type today and go from there. All right? Cool. Now, outside of everything I just talked about, the only other thing that I really have to talk about as an update, a follow-up from yesterday.
Oh, great.
Would be my new Logitech headphones.
Oh, yes.
Which I unboxed
Update.
yesterday live on the show.
Yes.
And I told you I was going to test them during Call of Duty. Correct?
I've been waiting for this.
Fair enough.
I've been waiting so much for this. PWAP in the house says, big ups ALT in chat. Listening in audio style today to appreciate the company of my drive through Connecticut. Hell yeah. God bless all. From Flatman Big. Big ups PWAP. Drive safely, brother. Come on. Get some Vinny's Pizza while you're out there, all right? That's what I recommend, but it does give you the shits.
So how did that go? Well, I'll tell you. These are the Logitech Pro X2 wireless headphones, all right? They work with PC. I believe if you mess around with them, there's a way to make them work with other formats as well, but I think they're primarily meant for PC, okay? So I played them with Call of Duty last night, and when I plugged in the adapter to the USB port on my computer, it basically prompted, "Hey, you're gonna want to use the G-Hub software, which is the software that basically has all the drivers and things for Logitech devices." So I booted up the G-Hub software, did a firmware update, and when it did, it put all of this proprietary software into the actual computer to give me surround sound and stuff no matter what I'm doing. Now, that's different because when I was using the Corsair headphones, it just didn't have that and defaulted to whatever the Windows stuff is. I think it's called Windows Spatial Sound. But here I'm actually using Logitech's programming and drivers, all right? They had their own proprietary stuff. And I tested it, and it was 7.1 surround. I was like, holy crap, that's really cool.
Shit, whoa.
But the problem is, my setup doesn't really allow for that. Allow me to explain. I'm not playing Call of Duty on the same PC that I'm using these headphones on. Why? Because if I did, I wouldn't be able to give you guys audio.
You will be shocked to know that's not true. Go ahead, though.
What do I mean?
Yeah,
well,
what does that mean?
Think about it. PCs only do audio out through one source.
That's not true.
At a time, I should say. Right? So if I plugged those headphones into my gaming PC, I would actually have 7.1 surround sound playing Call of Duty. The problem is, you guys would have silence. You wouldn't hear the game.
That's not true.
Now, if there is a workaround for that someone is aware of, I'm all
many exist.
Ears. I would love to have true surround sound when I play Call of Duty by plugging these headphones into that PC.
You need this thing I'm using right now.
You can't do that. All right? So what I need to do instead...
You need this. I'm using it right now.
These headphones into my streaming and gaming PC. Okay? So I'm getting the audio from the gaming PC into the streaming PC. That's what you hear. And then that audio gets converted through this Logitech software to pseudo surround sound. Ooh. So it does have a surround sound effect, but it's not necessarily great. So what I can tell you is, all right, basically, the audio fidelity of these headphones is actually much better than what I had in the Corsair headphones. Very deep bass, big explosions, like when grenades were going off, certain guns, it was like giant explosions on the battlefield. All right, so
get out of town.
In that regard, it was sounding great. I was like, wow, blown away with how well it sounded. But as for the surround sound effect, it wasn't great. Shoot. I do wish that it had better surround sound. It was just okay. I'm curious if I use Windows Spatial Sound, which is what I was using with the Corsair headphones, instead of the Logitech proprietary drivers, if it would actually sound better or worse. I'm not sure. All right. So for what it is, if you're not going to get the true surround because you're not gaming on the same PC that this is plugged in, they're just okay. All right. But then see via a dual audio out, and then you guys can get
let's get some skip juice. Big ups, War Dog Leader. Just FYI, that Minecraft quote you just read out is a reference to the Tenacious D song. Just Jack Black is half Tenacious D. Oh, I know that. My favorite Tenacious D song is I Am the Roadie. I think that song is both funny, yet also thought-provoking. If you haven't heard it, I'm the Roadie or whatever. It's called Roadie? Roadie. That's my favorite song by them. They have some other good songs as well, but Roadie is one of those ones that hits the comedy beats and also the deepness beats that I'm looking for, right? Fuck Her Gently, I remember that was big too. That was one of the biggest ones. But they got some good songs. Logan K in the house says, spatial audio to headphones is fake. Everything is stereo. Surround sound headphones are made for marks like DSP. Stereo is all you need. There you go. And Logan knows his shit too. And they say like spatial 7.1 stereo, and Phillips gets a hard on, you know, because oh my god, just like stereo. But yeah,
too. I would love to figure that out, but I don't know how to do that. All right, I tried it. Like I had headphones. I tried plugging them in there. It would just default headphones.
Thank you for noticing, Necro. Deep meaning in my thumbnail as well.
Phone audio out, and it wouldn't allow me to do two at once.
I try to sneak them in every once in a while.
Okay. 6 Hybrid says download voice meter to output audio to 2 devices and still have 7.1. I don't know what the voice meter is. What is that?
Don't care.
Or something for PC?
Stop suggesting shit.
So I would love to get some support there if you guys know, because I mean I spent a lot of money on these, over $200. It would be great if I could get my 7.1 surround playing Call of Duty.
The headphones I'm wearing right now are $45.
So I feel like tonight when I'm doing Smart Guys and I'm using this to hear my co-host, they should be good, you know. They're comfortable too. They're lighter than the Corsairs were. And as you can see, no microphone by default. So I don't have a stupid mic jutting out in front of my face or whatever. They're pretty good. But we'll see as time moves on. The one thing that I didn't like, because the ear cups are this fake plastic pleather material, when I was done gaming, they were all greasy and gross. So I had to go get a towel and cleaner and clean it off. Because if you don't do that, you could build up bacteria and all kinds of gross stuff in your headphones.
Or you could
every time I use these, I'm going to have to go wipe them down. Now, there is a second set of ear cups that this came with that are foam. And that's great because they usually don't do that. The problem with that is they don't really do the noise isolation very well. So it's like better noise isolation, but greasy mess, or no greasy mess, but you can hear everything in your room. Kind of a trade.
You ever take a shower? Here's the headphones I have. Sadly, they're up in price now to $51. So get fucked, everybody that missed out on it when I bought them in 2022. So there you go. They've lasted me this long, and they're fine. Big ups to Matthew, who says, DSP wasting more money on pointless crap he doesn't need. Why not spend that $200 on your wife and take her out for a nice dinner? Hey, listen. Do you operate a household, Matthew? All right? Come on. Please.
Off, right? So overall, so far, I liked my first experience with them, but I'm wondering if there's a workaround to figure out how to get true surround sound out of my gaming PC with them. So there you go. Okay.
That's what I say, too. I like open better. Another thing I got... No, I do have a second set of headphones, though. It's like a headband kind. And if you are hyper-focused like me and you like to listen to stuff to go to sleep sometimes, the headband with the speakers in them, very recommended. Very fun. Very fun. Put something on there. Go to sleep. It's very good.
All right. Shout out to Chills. Chills did a $5 super chat. Thank you to Chills. Let's get that on the leaderboard. 6 Hybrid says Voice Meter is a virtual audio mixer. It supports multiple inputs and outputs and 7.1 audio. I wonder if it works in conjunction with the Logitech software. Because you need the Logitech software to actually get 7.1 audio out of those. And I'm legit wondering, would it be compatible or not? I guess you don't know till you mess around with it, right?
Yeah, you got to mess around with it first.
Chels, thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Game Boy, how are you doing today? Good to see you.
Hey, it's Game Boy.
All right, so guys, I have covered
No.
all the topics that I want to cover.
Do not do
All right,
this.
FYI, in the next...
Do not do this. No. Come on. You got to be kidding me. All right, we got Game Boy at least. Hang on, I'll get it. There has been 2 new additions to the temple, if you can believe it, but we got to get there first. There is one.
Several days. Today we've got Blueprints and Smart Guys. Tomorrow we've got Minecraft returning and Friday Night Fights of classic fighting games. I'm off on Saturday. Sunday we have more Adam Fall and I believe Pirate Yakuza. It's either that or, hold on. 'Cause I'm trying to...
We don't even fucking know. So Fubuki Kai's asking. He didn't say what's up. We should make the rules clear. Game Boy and Jade have special allowances where if they just say their name, that's enough. Because the game started with them, so it's kind of like an homage to them. We don't have to say what's up. If they just say their name, it counts. The remaining 2, we do have to say what's up name. And it could be what's up everyone. It can't be what's up everyone. It has to be what's up name, okay? There we go. Big up, Subuki Kai.
Remember the dates that I'm doing Disco
And-
Elysium. No,
Nope,
right now,
nope,
for me,
nope.
I am taking an extra day off to spend some time with my wife next week. So FYI, 5 straight days of streaming starting on Sunday. Okay? Cool. What's up, King
Cool.
Michael? How are you over on Kick?
Like
How's it
that.
going?
Like
Very
that.
nice.
That's a what's up. We're
Okay.
halfway there.
All right, guys. Well,
Yep. Thank you,
what?
Declarative, for pointing out the obvious, but that it needs to be pointed out again. Bawling his eyes out for Catherine, can't take a day off for their anniversary. Really good way to show how much you care.
why did you put Most Tasteless in a timeout? He was just repeating some song lyrics. You didn't have to do
Uh-oh.
that. Can we untime out Most Tasteless? I don't know if we can, but I don't want him to be timed out, but I don't know if there's a way to untime him out. I think that might have been a mistake because he didn't do anything wrong.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well,
How long was he
whatever
timed out
moderator
for?
did that, if you could fix that, I would appreciate it. Because I didn't think he did anything. Okay.
Oh, let me see who got timed out. I'll
Excuse
tell you. Let me see. Oh, some good
All
band
right,
names.
so
Some cool band names real quick before we get more bored. We have Snort Korea 2025, Resurgence Gone Like Bunny, DSP Fat Cat. That's kind of simple, but a little bit too on the nose. And Bunny Exorcism Wife Exorcism. So there we go. Also 220, spelled TOOTOO0. So there we go.
he did what?
And hello? Hello? Look at Flatman B's recent chat. I'll give it a shot. He talked about doing people in the butt. Last comment. Thank you, Flatman B. And I do know that goes against everything you stand for, Flatman B. The earth is not round and no butt stuff. That's Flatman B's strongest tenements.
Thank you for re-upping your membership. I appreciate that.
Uh-oh.
Why did he say that? I don't know why he said that. Most Tasteless, what are you doing? Why are you saying that in the chat? Anyway.
Let me see what he said.
All right,
I
guys.
can find
well,
that.
That's what I had to talk about today. So we have some
A
extra
long
time
ass time to talk,
to
huh?
chat if you so choose. All right, let's see. What do you guys want to talk about? Tag
Yeah,
me in
just
chat. Let's do a
start the
little bit
game.
of Q&A back and forth. See what topics are hot today that you guys want to discuss. But outside of that, if we need to end the show early, we end the show early.
That never happens.
And then we'll get into blueprints earlier. All right.
That never happens.
NJZ says, didn't you say you got bonus chicken wings yesterday with Little Caesars? We did. It was a container about this big, so not huge. And I think it had maybe like 6 or 7 chicken wings. But when I say chicken wings, it was the little mini drumsticks. And we had chosen the barbecue flavor. So my wife said she had one.
Steel toe? Oh my God, we're really going to the bottom of the barrel, aren't we? It can't be steel toe. Do they like wrestling too?
Really like it. She was like the barbecue sauce, but one big. So
Oh,
it
sorry.
had one.
What?
I think it had maybe, and we had chosen the barbecue flavor. So my wife said she had one.
Where's
Didn't really
Shed?
like it. She was like, the barbecue sauce wasn't bad, but the moment she bit into the wing, she's like, you could tell this was like frozen,
Right.
dried out chicken meat. It wasn't a fresh wing, a fresh piece of chicken, and it just didn't have good flavor in the meat. Like the sauce was okay, but the meat was not good. So she just ate, she had like a bite of one and was like, I don't want it. And I was full after dinner. I was completely full. So I didn't have any. So I don't know. And
All right, so no, I don't think this is true. I think he's talking about his court case, guys. Like, here's the tweet people are referencing. Steel Toe says, a deal is done. I mean, they shit on DSP for a long time, and now all of a sudden they're just going to say a deal is done, and that's insinuating that's DSP? I don't know. I wouldn't guess that, but we'll see. I think it means something about, like, work or something, right?
she didn't like them, so maybe that's why they're free. I don't know.
But yeah.
Oh, but then Jose, I already explained. He says, how's the weather? Today it's going to be in the 60s outside, but there's a chance of sun and there's a chance it'll be cloudy. It's like that partly cloudy deal. If it's sunny, that means it's going to get very hot in here. It'll probably end up being like 80, 85 degrees in here. So that's why I wore light clothes today. There's a chance it won't be. But the other thing is that my neighbors are doing renovations and they have a guy doing work in their driveway where they're like cutting wood and stuff.
Here's
and
the weather.
Since that's been happening on and off, if they end up doing it too much, I might have to close my window, in which case it's going to get very hot and stuffy in here. So again, it's another reason why I'm wearing summertime clothes today.
Summertime, Phil.
Fed Roger, who gives a shit about that? He goes, Naughty Dog announced The Last of Us Complete. It's Last of Us Remastered 1 and 2 together.
Yeah.
So I just think about this.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Please, go ahead.
They come out with The Last of Us 1.
Yeah.
Then within a year, they resell Last of Us 1 again as PS4 upgrade.
Yeah.
Right? Then they resell it again as a PS5 upgrade, and it's literally the same as the PS4 game. It's no difference. It's exactly the same. Okay? So then they do Last of Us 2, and then within just a few years of Last of Us 2, they release Last of Us 2 Remastered or whatever it is. And again, it's literally exactly the same as the original game, except they added in a tiny bit of new content. All right? So you got people who bought Last of Us 1 3 times, and people who bought Last of Us 2 twice.
Yep.
Now, Naughty Dog says, well, we're going to release them again.
I hope you're not making judgments based on online discourse.
They're exactly the same, again, but now we're going to sell them in a package together. We sold them piecemeal separately first, but now we're going to sell them together for $110.
Thank you, Lightcoon, who says Steel Toe took a deal in regards to his revenge porn trial. There you go. That's what he's talking about, because he was involved in that Raquetta shit, so there you go. They've taken a deal.
All right? If you're stupid enough to buy The Last of Us a 4th time, I don't think that anyone can help you. You'll just be dumb for the rest of your life. Now, if you've never played The Last of Us 1 and 2 before, this is probably a good value to get the best, latest editions of the games together in one collection. That is a incredibly, insanely small percentile of gamers. Most gamers who are interested.
Yes, so who cares then?
Interested in Last
Let them buy it and then move on?
of Us have played it by now. So,
okay.
Let's be honest here. Naughty Dog has not done anything since Last of Us 2. Not a single thing. We know they are working on this other game, but they've done nothing in 5 years.
Yeah.
They've just re-released the same games over and over for repeated profits because people are dumb enough to keep paying the money for the same games. So, I guess keep milking the stupid. What else is it? That's exactly what they're doing.
Or the people that are finding the HBO audience. That's what I was going to say, Urko. How about the people that are just finding the show now? And yes, as many people are shouting out, he bought, like Joshua Clan here says, he bought Street Fighter 6, 3 times? Seabook Dev, what if it's their favorite game? They can't support the developer? No, they're idiots. They're idiots. Please. Joe Dub says, Chef Cat Ramsay tasting the fresh frozen wings. These are frozen! These are frozen, Phil! These are frozen! Get these out of here! GBRC says 5 straight days of streaming because he can't have the dents going out spending the money now, can he? Good point. Good point.
Hey, we'll just milk them a fourth, fifth time because they keep giving us money. You know? I mean, then again, how many people bought Mario Kart and then bought Mario Kart and then bought the DLC for Mario Kart and kept spending money on Mario Kart, the same one, for like a decade?
Yes, correct.
So it's not like Nintendo's not guilty of it, right?
Correct.
Is it the same thing over and over? If consumers are that gullible, then I guess you keep taking advantage. That's what they see.
You're not going to take part in that, though, right?
Doing.
You're not going to add to the problem, right? By supporting that practice? Right, Philip? That's
Hello, Pecker. How are you? What a nice name, Pecker. All right.
What if that's his last name, dude? Relax. Pecker's trying to get a what's up, by the way, Pecker. I see you, Pecker. You did not get a what's up. Mission failed, Pecker.
Hello, Pecker. How are you? What a nice name, Pecker.
Pecker got felted.
What do I think killed Killer Instinct? Oh, that's a very simple answer. Okay. So Killer Instinct in the 1990s was a game franchise that was very promising. Okay. At a time when all fighting games were 2D, Killer Instinct added a 3D rotating camera aspect to the 2D combat and had very high quality 3D models that were scanned to be in a 2D plane. It had better graphics than most fighting games at the time, and it had a crazy soundtrack and high combos, like insane hit combos. All right. Very flashy, very exciting. And it was supposed to be a launch title for the Ultra 64. But the Ultra 64 never existed. The Ultra 64 changed twice and ended up eventually being the Nintendo 64.
Yes.
And by the time the Nintendo 64 came out, Killer Instinct 2 was already out in arcades, and the Nintendo 64 couldn't handle the actual graphics of Killer Instinct 1 or 2 because it wasn't powerful enough. So by the time Killer Instinct got a home port on Nintendo console, it was underpowered, and Nintendo consoles weren't a good place for fighting games. There weren't good controllers for it. You wouldn't want to hold a tournament on it. So because of that,
until they did,
it basically died. There was never a Killer Instinct 3. They didn't
That's
even
what I
care
thought,
to do
too.
another one. Now, many, many years
why'd they say it was called the Ultras? That wasn't that the name they kind of went with while they're in production? Yeah, the code name for it.
later,
Okay, here we go.
remember at the launch of the Xbox One, Killer Instinct was planned to be a console exclusive because Microsoft at that point owned Rare, the company that made Killer Instinct. And they thought, this is great. This is going to be absolutely a big win for us. We're going to have an exclusive fighting game on the Xbox One. It's going to have a new reason why people would want this console over the fact that, you know, Xbox 360 was so dominant last console gen. Now we're going to have an exclusive fighting game that looks good, plays good. And the truth is, Killer Instinct was a game that looked good and played good when it came out. For sure, it actually looked better than the other industry standard games. It looked better than Street Fighter, okay? But the problem was very simple. It was an Xbox One exclusive at a time when Microsoft completely botched the launch of the Xbox One. You had Don Matrick going out there saying, hey, if you need to trade games, if you want to share games, if you have a bad internet connection, we have a console for you. It's called the Xbox 360. So by him being a cocky, full of himself elitist prick, basically saying that the Xbox One is only for an elite group who are okay without having game sharing, without trading in games, without, you know, you need an internet connection, he buried his own console.
He says, Broken Tech Daily, and Cake says, this podcast is stacked. 200 viewers.
Okay? So what ended up happening was, even though they backpedaled on most of those features,
what?
No one knew about it. The launch of Xbox One was a ginormous flop, especially with the fact that it needed the Kinect bundled with it.
Fuck you, King Furbs.
And even though Killer Instinct was a fine fighting game, I remember playing
Let us
it
have
and being like,
fun,
wow,
King
looks great, plays good
Furbs.
online.
You ever heard of it?
No one bought the Xbox One. So within a couple months of that game being out, the player base went from here to here to here to here. Fewer players means fewer good connections, means the more you play, the more lag, and just for a fighting game, it just wasn't sufficient. Within 6 to 8 months that, you know, it was falling off. Now, there always was a dedicated group of people who liked Killer Instinct who played it, but it never hit mainstream popularity. And by the way, they never ported it to PC or PlayStation, so it only ever had that very small installed gamer base on Xbox One, and it never had a chance to really shine. You know?
Please, that's someone should do that when you ask a question next time. Be like, I already know the history. I want to answer to this specific question. I do not need a history lesson. I repeat, I do not need a history lesson.
If they were to make another Killer Instinct today that had the same game mechanics, played similarly to that one, and it was cross-platform, I predict it would do a lot better today. But the choice to make it a console exclusive essentially killed it. There you go. Okay.
Good answer. Nailed it. Very quick.
Guys, come on. Let's get some support
Come
so far, we
on!
got 1 tip and 1 super chat. Let's get more than that. All right, before we start with blueprints today, let's get a membership. Let's get a sub. Let's get some of the top, the 1 tip and the 1 super chat, which are both at $5. You can do $5.01 and you'll make it on the leaderboard. Okay. Usagi Jojo says, do you remember it only had 1 character playable? You had to buy the rest and had a teeny tiny roster at the beginning. No, but it's starting to ring a bell. I think you're right. Isn't that correct? That they were trying a free-to-play model almost where, you know, you would get a starter character. No, I remember. So it was either that, it was free-to-play, but you only got 1 character and you had to play the crap out of the game to earn the others, or you could buy it. And most people who wanted it just bought it. They weren't going to sit there and grind endlessly to get the characters. They just bought the game. I did too, right? I remember I bought it.
I could see that happening. I believe that part of it. Big up Steez Master. Says sound in COD is the least of his worries. I know, yeah. It's not like the improved sound is going to make him a better player in that game. We all know that. Big up Steez Master.
What do I think the Switch 2 price will be after the tariffs? Well, considering the fact that it sounds like the tariffs are getting paused and aren't really going to affect anything, I don't think the pricing is going to change now. It sounds like what's happening is the hardball that President Trump is trying to play is working for the most part. It hasn't worked with China yet, but it seems to be working with other countries where he threatened these tariffs and the countries are like, oh shit, I guess we got to play ball. And so they are, right? Isn't it Europe has already relented? And a few other countries are saying we're going to basically all relent on our tariff.
No one has made a deal yet, by the way. But okay, yes, everyone's relenting.
And basically, so it's never even going to happen. So there's a good chance that, you know, this whole thing, this is why they delayed the pre-orders and why they delayed it all. Because within a week or two, the whole thing could be done with anyway and never actually hit any effect, right?
So then what's the point? Oh, okay.
I guess we'll see. Again, I don't know. I haven't really been heavily following it, but, you know, that I think that's what they're going for is, hey, you're already hitting us with bad tariffs, so we threaten you with tariffs, and hopefully, instead of everyone tariffing each other into death, we all just decide to relent on each other's tariffs to make it more fair for everybody. And then, because of that, the prices will be normal, and therefore, hopefully, we won't see a giant inflated launch price for Switch 2, but I guess we'll see, right?
Might be better to focus on the podcast and not the hair. Just a thought. GBRC says, ALT Killer Instinct was on Super Nintendo first, not the Nintendo 64. Phil does not even know his own fighting game lore. Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't know anything about Killer Instinct, but yeah. Most of his history is wrong, too, which is funny how much he shares of it, though, you know? Big ups, GBRC.
Is Minecraft my longest playthrough? It was insanely long. I know that much. It was hundreds of hours. Like I said, it was lasting over a year.
I think that's Skyrim, isn't it? I thought. Which makes sense. How you milk something until there's nothing interesting about it. I think that was it, though. Is it not even close? Superfluous Monkey is saying Oblivion is longer? I wonder.
Here it is. The Minecraft Chill Streams playlist was 179 parts, spanning from December 2018 through the summer of 2020. So roughly 180 hours of gameplay of Minecraft. Now, in truth, is that my longest playthrough? No. Do you want to know what my longest playthroughs actually are? Fighting games. Probably Street Fighter 6. Because I played that a ton in 2013 or 2023, a ton in 2024, and so far I've played it an okay amount in 2025. And you could argue that's all a playthrough. And I know I've probably spent over 200 hours playing that.
So, yeah, so Skyrim has had 200 videos, which must have been the cap on the playlist. Yeah, I'm sure it's Street Fighter if you count that, though. But I want playthrough number. So, yeah, Skyrim playlist combined.
No, I've never heard about that game. Never heard of it.
What game?
All right, anything else you guys want to talk
God damn it, that could have been a question.
About? Again, tag me in chat. And again, it would be great to get some more support before we start up with blueprints.
Evidently Robust tried it, you see? He did. He said, have you played the game Who Murdered Professor Wainwright? And Philip, unfortunately, didn't say it. So we can't count that, but...
This is not an illusion. I'm Jonathan Frakes. and things are about to get mysterious again.
Very close, sir. I wish I could count it just because for the effort, but there it is. Who murdered Professor Wainwright? And that was a great try. Fuck. Good try, Chody Tate. Very admirable attempt. I wish I could count it almost, but...
Please support the stream.
This is hard mode.
I did hear about Titanfall 3 rumors. The rumor is that Titanfall 3 not only is in production, but is almost done. But I'm not actually sure what factual basis that's based on. It could just be conjecture. I don't know.
Who would want to talk about that?
Thank you, King Michael. King Michael says he likes the ship. I'm glad to hear that.
It isn't
Thank you
true.
so much.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. That's not true.
I don't know what Age of Wonders
it
4
isn't true.
is. Never heard of it.
So it's not true then. Seems everyone knows that has a brain.
Oh, really? Okay, good. Thanks for telling me.
There we go. I told you I was going to do it next time. I told you. That was my protest. I did not talk and to let you know how much dead air there actually is. And that's what happens when I don't talk. People, audio-only style listeners flipping out.
No, I never
King
knew about Age
Furbs,
of Wonders.
shut
I never
up.
heard of it.
That professor question is one of those troll ones I sent you. You ever heard of having fun, King Furbs?
Age of Wonders?
Oh, God.
No. It's probably because I don't play strategy games. I
That's
never
one
played
of
Little
those-
Nightmares 2. No, I did not.
By the way, guys, it doesn't fucking matter. King Furbs could send the whole list. Philip would not remember that in a day. So it doesn't matter. It's not going to slow down the game at all. Just letting you know.
Ah.
It won't. He needs questions that badly.
Yes, I love garlic because I'm Italian. And Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
Definitely. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you hear that? Did anyone else hear that? I don't want to rewind yet. Did you hear that? Okay. I'm going to rewind, and that is a bird. There is not a single doubt in my mind anymore. Any brain cells you had left in your mind about a bird are now fried because there is no bird. Listen up. Here we go.
Because I'm Italian. And Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
That's a bird. That is a bird.
I'm Italian. And Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood. Italian. And Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
That's a bird. That is a bird.
Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
Last time.
Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
Let's see if KickChat responds as well, because, I mean, that's very audible. They are doing yard work, but that's an outside bird? Okay, that's an outdoor bird? Why wouldn't he say it's an outdoor bird, though, the first time, if that's the case? It's the bird kids outside. The birds are playing outside? No, the window is
Why,
open.
when I talk about a physical thing, do I have to show it? Because doesn't that add to the experience? Like, for example, I'm talking about headphones. The headphones are literally right there. So if I'm going to talk about the headphones, doesn't it make sense because I'm providing you a visual medium of entertainment to show you what I'm talking about? Like, I say, wow, I really like my mouse.
Right.
My mouse feels good, has nice RGBs, it's lightweight, has a great battery life. I really like my mouse. Or I could do this. I really like this mouse. It looks nice. Look at the beautiful RGBs on it that are matching my background today. It actually syncs. It's lightweight, has a really good battery life. It's very comfortable in my hand when I put it on there.
Okay.
You know, it's just one of the best mice I've ever had. It's the light speed technology, so it has little input delay. It's great. See, that lies it for yourself versus actually seeing sense that I should do that.
Okay.
In truth, I could be making bank right now, but it's just another thing that would be time consuming. You might be wondering, what am I talking about? Okay.
Yeah, quicker to beg, but go ahead. Maybe we finally have an interesting segment here. Let's hear what he's going to say here. He could be making bank. Let's go.
A couple of months ago, YouTube started a new program. The program is this. Anything that you have in your video, you can tag the video, and basically links to all the products that show up in your content will show on your YouTube page under your video. And people who like those items can actually click on those and buy them right through your YouTube page. It's right off of Amazon, I think.
You're getting 1,000 views top, brother. You get 1,000 views tops. You think you're making bank on Amazon affiliate links to your 1,000 view videos? Right, definitely. Those 3% of the $50 mic one person buys every month, at best, is definitely going to make bank.
And if they do that...
It's affiliate links. That's what he's talking about. So we're talking at best 2 to 3%.
You get a cut. So no exaggeration. Right now, I could be advertising the Sword Outpost Minecraft Lego set, the Shure M7 Plus microphone.
Yeah, definitely.
These wall panels behind me from Elgato, the Dewie Pixu 64 digital frame, this Pac-Man lamp, the RGBs that I use behind in my setup, this RGB keyboard.
By the way, affiliate links have been a thing for... We're talking very early internet, affiliate links being a thing, too. But yes, this is brand new tech.
I use the mouse that I just showed you, my Stream Deck. I mean, I could keep going, right?
Please.
This wrist rest that I use that I got off Amazon. I could tag this video probably with 20 to 30 product tags. And if anyone clicked on one and bought it, I get a commission.
3%.
And YouTube is pushing this heavily. They keep telling me to do it. But the thing is, it's a pain in the ass.
No, it's not.
Every time I upload a video, do I then have to go back after the fact and put in 20 to 30 links so that people can, on a whim, decide that they want to click on one and buy something through the video?
Yeah.
You know, it's annoying. And if I don't understand, if you do it enough, okay, then it like will auto-populate when it sees those things in the video. So like if it knows in the video that you always have the Dewie Pixu 64 frame, it'll just start defaulting that so you don't have to do it manually. But I did it like, I actually tried it like 2-3 months ago in like 2 videos.
Yeah.
And then I forgot all about it and I never started doing it again.
So it seems like you're not making bank though, since you tried it and didn't receive any income from it? Okay.
I totally forgot. So if I ever have extra time, maybe I'll do it. The thing is, these days I have no time. Like, just think about this, right? On any given day, obviously I'm doing 2 major streams that are most of my day. Then I have to upload all those videos, including naming them. I'm making my own thumbnails now.
Oh my God. And you guys might be joking, but these thumbnails are high quality thumbs, by the way. This stuff is next level, okay? So for example here, I mean, look at this. You think these are easy to make? You think these are easy to make? Get the fuck out of here. What's wrong with you? This is at least 10 hours each day. We have to find a font to use. We have to let YouTube choose the screen to use, apparently. So, yes, definitely. Making thumbnails, that takes 3 hours.
Right? That takes a lot of extra time. To have to go through each video and find a frame and put titles and everything all over that. So, you know, there's my extra. And if there's something worth highlighting, I do a video highlight as well. And that becomes a big thing, too, editing out highlights, right? So,
ooh, Stellar's J.
I have all this time that's used. I don't have any free time to then sit there and put affiliate links and things, you know, into the videos. So I've kind of just completely forgotten all about it. I'm trying to remember even how you do it. I've actually forgotten how you do it. I think the video has to.
We'll review this later. Okay, we'll review the bird sound after the pre-stream, okay? I promise. But I have been sent the Stellar's J. That would be an outdoor bird, but I just listened to it, and I am not sure that's the sound we heard, but we will review later. Do not worry.
Be live first? Like, here's my...
It looks like we got a birder in chat. Lyrical Thesis says,
yeah, here's my video.
Imagine ordering through Phil's link. Yeah, definitely. A lot of people do that, man.
Here's my daily wrap from yesterday, right?
A lot of people. Oh, Snood got felted by PWR?
And I'm trying to remember how you even do it.
Uh-oh.
Because I did it a couple times, and I've completely forgotten about it now.
Ooh, Shiny Teeth says, only thumbnails he works on are the ones he chooses. If there's an African-American on the screen, yes.
Here it is, products.
Uh-oh.
I found it right there. Here it is.
Here it is, look.
So you would add this, search products.
Could you see anything?
A product
or?
link. So let's say, Shure M7, MX7 Plus.
You sure you can see, or
there it is.
Move that screen closer?
Shure MX7 Plus dynamic podcast microphone. There it is, right there. So it actually gives you different options. It says,
different options. Tell me about those different options. Tell me about those different options here. Tell me about the different options. Let's see. What else we got here? What are we working with here? Okay. What else we got? Let's see.
There. So it actually gives you different options. It says.
What are the different options? Keep going. Keep going.
Sky by Gramophone, Target, or Adorama. Yeah. And then each one says, like this one, it says you'll get a 5% commission. This one, you get a 4.5% commission. So I'll just click on the first one.
That's not bank,
there
you know,
it
right?
is.
You know it's not bank, right? You need a lot of people to buy stuff, right?
Plus. There it is, one tagged product.
So we are doing that then.
Done.
You know,
save.
Does he think he gets the money just by doing this part?
So now last night's daily wrap has one tagged product, this microphone in it. And if someone uses the link that shows on the screen and buys it, I get a commission. That's how it works. And YouTube is really pushing this right now. I keep getting emails about it. I keep getting pop-up messages about it. Apparently, this is their new thing. They feel like this is going to become like a giant revenue stream for them. I don't see how. Like, how often are you watching a YouTube video
Trolls,
and someone's like,
super chat.
oh, so I'm using this product today, and here's the link to it, and you say immediately, oh, I'm buying that right now from that link. If any...
Okay. Philip's trying to, talk down on people that make decisions based on what YouTubers say, but yet he buys things without listening to anybody, even the fucking product page. He just buys. As we saw with the headphones, he knew nothing of the features. Oh my God, these have foam cups too? Awesome. At least those people are waiting to, researching their item, and then they're choosing to say, all right, this guy told me about the product, I'll buy it from him. But that works for a lot of people, man.
What I think happens is people would see that and be like, oh, that looks good. Let me go search around for the best price. Let me go to Amazon. Let me go to just a general search on the internet, compare prices, and buy. Sometimes someone's selling it on eBay cheaper. Sometimes the store online has it cheaper than another place. So when you get it on Woo is like cheap. You know what I mean? I don't know anyone one so when you get it on Woo is like cheap. You know what I mean? I don't know anyone one person's like, oh.
Woo. He's trying to signal the owl.
I'm just going to immediately buy this product because I saw it in the video with the first link I see. You know what I mean? Then again, I don't know. Maybe they would, because people have asked me all about all the new equipment I use in my setup, and I've answered the question, but I
Oh, yeah, there you go. Nerd Brew got a good idea.
saw it in the video. It's going to immediately, I don't know, in another place. And you get, sometimes someone's selling it on eBay cheaper. Sometimes the store online has it cheaper than another place. And when you get it on Woo is like,
that's the sound of the police.
You know what I mean? The first link. Because people have asked me all about all the new equipment I use in my setup, and I've answered the question, but I'm.
Oh, God. God. We're dead.
I've never really tagged the products to see if anyone would actually do it. I guess I'd have to see. If I had time to do it, maybe I'll start doing it. The thing is, though, the video, I believe, has to be live before you can do it. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure.
Real quick, before we get to the bird discourse, which is going to happen after the pre-stream ends, I do have to remind everyone that while we didn't have the correct filter set up for years, we have never heard any birds on stream before this very time. Makes me question the legitimacy of the idea that there's a bird outside making these sounds all of a sudden. Why have we never heard it before, my friends? I throw that to the court. The defense rests, Your Honor. Go ahead.
The video has to be completely live to tag the product in it. But so if you're interested, check out last night's Daily Wrap. I just put the link. I don't know how it works. If you buy the microphone, maybe I get a commission. Maybe I don't. I don't know. There you go. Okay. Bronto just did a $2 super chat and says, I like the shirt. It's Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park cosplay.
Yes.
I suppose so. This would be.
That is not a very, it's not a positive message there, Philip. Comparing you to Dennis Nedry.
And says, I like the shirt. It's Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park cosplay. I suppose so. This would be like a shirt that Nedry wore in Jurassic Park too. People are saying Tommy Vercetti, and I think this does almost look exactly like Tommy Vercetti's shirt from Vice City.
Dennis
I didn't
Nedry's
realize
better.
that until people said it. And I was like, holy shit, you're right. It's the same color scheme. It's palm trees / leaves, which I believe is what was on his shirt. So yeah, it's Tommy Vercetti for sure.
That looks better for me. See? Everybody
I received
cares.
a $2 tip.
There we go.
Start blueprints already. We're going to start blueprints.
Need
Again,
more
if you guys
tips.
don't want to talk or we have nothing to talk about, we'll stop, right?
It seems like we've already hit
NJZ,
there.
if you want to hear my thoughts about Switch 2 pricing, I did a series of podcasts and highlight videos about it last week. You can check those out. I'm not going to go into that fully again today on the show.
Okay, so check it out.
Zero asks, have I ever considered changing my stream times? Earlier start, for example, to reach a European audience. Well, this stream is reaching a European audience. For sure. Right.
You could say that about any time, actually, but okay, let's see how this matters.
I start the stream around 11:30-ish, which even if you go across the pond, as they say, that's around 7-8 hour time difference. So it's definitely early enough for them to do.
How do you know?
If I do it too early, no one's going to tune in the United States. Like if I turn this stream on at 7, 8 in the morning, no one's going to watch it in the U.S. Everyone's going to be asleep or doing their own thing in the morning. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, there's no perfect timing. Really,
I think
no matter
so.
what, whenever I start a stream, there's another part of the world where it's bad for. And I know because I've been doing this for 17 years and I have moved my times around many times. Okay, I have. I used to do longer streams, shorter streams, earlier, later. I've tried it all.
So it seems like the choice you've made is not working out since your views are lower than ever, but okay.
But that is a reason why I do 2 streams a day, because I'm well aware that the earlier stream usually works for a more European
That's what I
audience.
said,
The
Adrian.
late stream technically works more for an Asian audience.
And
I do
shout outs to my Asians.
People in Asia who watch me, like Slayer over in Singapore.
Slayer.
He tunes into my late streams because that's his morning. He can't tune into my daytime streams.
Shout outs to my Asians. Not you, Japan. I hate you. Xenophobes. Keel says, I wonder what his affiliate link with Scopely is. Like, if they had it, they don't need affiliate links. They got enough people. But it would be pretty hype if he had one, especially during the King arc. Can you imagine? Imagine if he had, like, the links during the King arc. People would have been dumb enough to actually click stuff for the meme of it. But Day late, $1 short, as usual. I don't know if that program was around then either, to be fair, but who knows. Nick says, okay, dents are supposed to click PayPal links, not Amazon. Correct. Stick with the PayPal. Fuck Amazon, all right? Sean Roberts says, I have to do something to make money? Annoying. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't have a lot of work.
Yes,
I did show
I
that,
have
Mr.
no
Extravagant.
Japanese viewers, so.
What?
Yes, and I know I have no Japanese viewers, so.
Is that a reference to you shitting on them?
How long did it take for me to settle into my current groove? Like my streaming times now?
Oh,
I'm
great
trying
question.
to remember. I remember correctly. When Kat moved in with me, we changed the times, but then we changed them again. Like we changed it twice. I think originally I was starting to stream earlier.
You want to answer the question or no?
But it didn't really work. So that's why I pushed it forward about an hour. And now it seems to work a little better.
And you're late every time?
I actually used to stream much later, too. Like, if I remember correctly, my streams used to not start till like noonish at one point.
All right. Any other history lesson? The question was, how long did it take you to get into the current groove? But we didn't even bother answering that question. We just gave a history lesson, as we normally do. Lyrical Thesis has a new business idea for DSP. Partnering with Crayola. Yes. Yes, yes. I would love that, too. Talk about the flavors.
Am I not proud to be Polish? Let me put it this way. I don't think I'm
Please.
proud to be any nationality. I mean, I am a quarter Italian. And my second most concentrated nationality is Polish. So I'm mostly Italian. I'm secondly Polish. And then I'm just a bunch of other stuff crammed together. But do I feel massive pride at being those things? No.
Okay, you definitely like being Italian because you make sure everyone knows you're part Italian.
Not really. I'm basically white. You know, I'm a mix. So there's not much really to say.
Okay.
You know, in that regard. I never had giant family practices based around my cultural heritage besides food.
Well, let's get it straight. You don't have any family practices about anything. So might mean more if that was the case, but you don't have any of those. So yes, go ahead.
Oh, my mom would make homemade pasta sauce. She would make homemade lasagna. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and
there
then
it is.
She would make homemade pierogies, kielbasa with sauerkraut, stuff like that. And then, you know, traditional seasonal things like at Christmas, she would make these baked goods that I guess are supposed to be Polish, like a
Baked
Polish Christmas
goods.
roll or whatever. But outside of this, just the food, that's about it. You know, that's it.
All right. Good point.
When I say the window is open, I mean the glass. I still have a screen, so no, a bird has not flown into my window. What a ridiculous thing to say.
Yes. Can we talk about the sound, though, we did hear earlier today?
Well, Zero, I grew up on the East Coast, and I lived there my entire life until 2014 when I moved out here to Washington. So, yeah, I would argue I'm still very much of an East Coast mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, I still go by East Coast time, like dinner. I eat dinner or between 4 and 5 p.m.
That is incredibly dented.
My dinner. That's East Coast dinner.
He's lived there 8 years now.
You know, that's like, 7, 8 p.m. East Coast. That's when I'm eating dinner. I never really changed that. It's always been my time that I do stuff.
All right. Definitely. Some Gator says his mom would make pasta combs to fix his hair.
I received a $2
Some
tip.
Gator. Start the game. Another
Start
troll tip.
Blueprints already. So someone again is urging me to start Blueprints. They want me to play Blueprints.
Why don't you
Well,
start
thanks for
it?
another $2 tip. I promise you we're going to get to Blueprints. We will.
All right. Oh, yeah, 11. It's longer than that, right? How long? Yeah, 11 years now. 2014, excuse me. 11 years, correct.
You know what? I've never had a Cornish hen. I think a Cornish hen might be delicious. Looks good.
Good
but I've never
question.
had one before.
Yep. Cornish hens. Can't live without them. Oh.
Kickapoo, how are you over on Kick? Zero, I honestly don't know what to expect from the game. All I know is that it's a unique puzzle game. That's all I know. I did not look up anything about the game because I didn't want to spoil myself. I wanted it to be a genuine, like, first time, experience with the game, especially because people are saying it's a unique game. I didn't want to spoil that unique experience.
Cold turkey. All right. Well, this was a bad show. Just to be honest with you, it was a rough one. but it's the last one of the week, so don't worry. Next week, we start anew. Unless something crazy happens.
All right. All right, how about this? Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap up the podcast, and I'll take a break. I got to use the bathroom.
Oh, God,
and take a brief break, but this
Who's
way...
going to hit that bird? Shut the fuck up! They heard you again. I'm answering a question about birds. Didn't we tell you to keep this thing quiet, cat?
Okay. When I come back, we'll get some good amount of gameplay in Blueprints today. Again, guys, please support the stream today. I hit both goals yesterday. I'm playing this game per your requests. I didn't know anything about it. Hopefully it goes well.
So you want more tips.
We'll hit a goal and enjoy the game at the same time. Okay? So...
Okay. You don't want this thing to go the way of Bugs Bunny now, do you, Catherine? I didn't think so. So let's shut this little Petey up, if you know what I'm saying. My hands are feeling a little bit wrangly, if you know what I'm saying, Catherine. All right, I'll stop.
Thank you guys very much for a great and chill show. Tomorrow, of course, on the show, we will recap how everything went, including, you know, hey,
too boring, not doing it.
How did Smart Guys go? And any other game news or whatever's going on. Thank you so much for the chill vibes today, my friends. See you tomorrow
want a strangling?
For a week-ending episode.
Week-ending episode. It's not even a week-ending episode, by the way.
Okay.
There's a show tomorrow, right?
Let's now get set up.
It's not a week-ending episode.
For the gameplay. This is the wrong
Isn't he doing streams tomorrow?
So I could change the camera angle.
Nice. Nailed it.
There we go.
He has no idea of his own schedule.
Uh-oh. Look how my shirt looks.
Great. Good
now,
choice.
I wonder why that is. What effect? Hold on.
I wonder what effect it could be.
It's the green screen effect.
No. Get out of town. It's the green screen effect? Oh my God. I thought it was going to be the Zoom.
For some reason, the green...
Check out the big brain on Phil. Big ups, problem solving. Hell of a troubleshooter here.
Screen effect thinks my shirt is green when it's not. Maybe we can fix that. Okay? It looks fine. Look, it's fine without it. It's only when I turn it on that certain parts of my shirt are affected. But maybe we can fix that. Let's see if we can tweak it.
Kind of like the greenish parts.
Let's see here. So let me find the effect.
It's messing up the green parts of the shirts. I don't know what's going on here. Hang on.
Oh, yeah, look. It's a very tiny bit of tweaking. Perfect.
Yeah.
That fixed it. I just had to tweak it a very little bit. It was overly sensitive.
Still looks pretty dented.
Okay. Good. This should be fine now, I think. Good. Just a tiny tweaking.
Don't move at all. You heard? That's my dog. That's my dog barking, not Philip's dog. Before we add to that discourse, that's my dog barking. Quiet down right there. You want to go the way of Bugs Bunny too? I can make that happen. He'll be quiet for a while now.
There we go. Change a couple quick things. Put the cushion on, or the cover on.
I'll spray him. I will spray you. Not afraid of it.
Change this to blue for blueprints. I don't know where to put my camera. I gotta make my camera a little bigger today. I made it smaller for Call of Duty.
Okay.
So, although I do like the blue lighting in here for blueprints, but I'd rather look better on camera. So let's turn these off. Off. There. And then let's see how it looks.
Okay. Your streams now with loading screens.
Visible.
Whoa. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh, this must be after the cherry blossoms has fallen off the trees. That's why this is so prominent. Cherry blossoms have unfortunately fallen off the trees, so it takes a while for the trees to grow back some green leaves, but it does happen. So this is why Japan map looks like this right now. It'll go away, though. It'll fill in. Don't worry. It fills in through the spring.
Here we are. So it still works. As you can see, the chair is still invisible, but now my shirt is visible. I must have had it just slightly too tweaked there.
Oh,
but
we're
now it looks
definitely
good,
too
right?
tweaked.
Sweet Kentucky Waterfall says hello. What's up, Sweet Kentucky Waterfall? How you doing? Can you help me with the puzzles if I get stuck? Yes, if I get stuck.
Is that a sexual reference? I feel like it is. Sweet Kentucky Waterfall. I feel like that's some golden shower action, but I'll check it. Oh, what did he say? Sorry. What did he say?
Sweet Kentucky Waterfall says hello. What's up, Sweet Kentucky Waterfall? Hi.
That does count as a third. We are one away. Is that it still sounds like a golden shower situation, but I'll forget it for now. It means mullet. Okay, there we go. All right, there is 3. It does mean mullet. There we go.
How you doing? Can you help me with the puzzles if I get stuck? Yes, if I get stuck. And I'll let you know. All right? Okay. So, guys, I'm going to go on break. I'm going to use the bathroom. Probably see what my wife's up to. Maybe go for a quick walk. You know, take like 15 minutes plus. And then we come back. We'll have...
Go for a quick walk in the middle of a stream? What the fuck is that?
Roughly 3 hours of blueprints here on the stream for the premiere. So in the meantime...
I'll go for a quick walk.
Enjoy some of these highlight clips. Take a break yourself. You know, go for a walk, grab a snack. And I'll be back in a bit with gameplay. See you then. And by the way, please remember to support the stream.
Very normal thing to do during a stream is tell your viewers to go for a walk.
Today for the premiere of Blueprint. All right, here we go.
Cannibal has shown up for the special, right? Something for the cannibal to die.
Hey guys, go take a walk. The stream will continue when I get back. All right, so we are 19 minutes behind. And if you're going to be shocked by this, I'm going to go live. And let's see if Philip's there. Nope, unfortunately, he's not there. Let's check the bird discourse real quick. Oh, he's back. God damn it. All right, wait till after this. Quick 20 minutes. Just a brief 20-minute break. Less than 200 viewers? That was 20 minutes we just went in time.
That up. Let me grab my gamepad. I guess we'll test it.
It's a real job. See, I even take breaks.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gamepad control or just keyboard and mouse. Won't know till we turn it on, I guess. Okay?
Big ups, NWO News says, the way to defeat the person outing the troll game would be to gaslight him into believing that every single question he gets is a troll question, which he already thinks, right? So the game will not be affected by King Ferb at all. It really won't. Because he can't remember anything, and he doesn't care. He needs the questions. Some Gator says, do you think he believes his face is marketable? Yes, I believe he does. Not his face, but his legacy, right? His legacy is marketable. Lyrical Thesis says, Johnny-style walk, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Phew.
Johnny-style walk. Lyrical Thesis. I don't know that one. Clinkerton Legs says, give us a freebie table to make up for this board. Now, Clinkerton Legs, similar to how WoW said, like,
all right.
People said they want classic WoW back, but they said, no, you really don't. You think you want it, but you don't. I think this is true, too, of the temple. You don't want it to be free or pay to win. You want it to be natural because that makes it meaningful, Clinkerton Legs. You'll thank me one day.
You ready?
Johnny Walker. Johnny-style walk. Johnny Walker style. I got you.
Let's boot her up. Let's see how this works.
I was never a big whiskey person, but if it's there, I'll drink it. That's how I roll. It's all alcohol in the end. I didn't like whiskey so much, yeah. And too expensive, too. I don't need who's spending money on alcohol?
Volume.
Not me.
Because I lowered it for Call of Duty last night.
I don't give a shit about the price.
That's probably a little better. Let's see once the game actually fully boots here. Alrighty.
Go-to drink was usually, because it was cheapest
Haley,
again, was vodka. Smirnoff vodka bottle was $10 in Japan, so I would usually rock that. $10, that'll last a weekend. Strong Zeros were also my very heavily consumed, for sure. I would do like 2 or 3 shots, then go out, Then drink whatever's there at the all-you-can-drink place. Finish it up with a strong zero on the way home. Piss on the side of the road. Throw up on the side of the road. Get home. Good night. Successful night.
Taking a shit and spending time with my wife. So if you have an issue with that, I suggest that. Haley,
hold on.
Haley, I was taking a shit and spending time with my wife. So if you have an issue with that, I suggest that you get your own life.
In that order or no?
It's okay. After I started the stream at 11, I did a almost 2-hour podcast to take a break to use the bathroom and go for a quick walk with my wife. Pretty fucking stupid what you just said in chat.
Okay. No, it's not. You have an entertainment show?
Okay.
You have an entertainment show. And people are people aren't just expected to chill out and wait 20 minutes for you to come back. Who does that?
Pretty fucking stupid what you just said in chat. Okay.
All right. Well, Kino Casino appreciates the content for tomorrow. Yeah, imagine a radio host doing that. All right, guys. Well, no music, by the way. We're going to play some greatest hits of some funny jokes you've seen before. And we'll be back in 20. Bye.
Alrighty.
He gets most angry when he knows it's true, by the way. So he knows it's fucking true, but...
First of all, let's check graphics.
Don't worry, that'll help the support roll in.
I don't know why it was at 1080 because my resolution should be set to... Oh, wait. Maybe not. At 4K, never mind. I wanted to be sure. But I am at 4K, so I don't know why the game defaulted to 1080. That's weird.
Great setup, man. Very streamlined. Get right into gameplay as soon as possible, can't you?
Did it reboot the game? It did it again. That's really weird.
So why don't you just change it?
Yeah, this should be good. All right, here we go. What is going on, everyone? Phil here, and welcome to a new playthrough.
Low energy.
This is a game that, I'm going to be honest, I just didn't know much about. Hadn't really heard about it. And in the last few days, all my viewers have been saying, are you going to check out this game coming up called Blueprints? I said, Blueprints? What is that? I hadn't heard much about it or anything about it. Kind of interesting. This game is on like every subscription service, whether you have PS Plus or Game Pass. And people who've been playing it recently are saying it actually is like a breath of fresh air. Like the game is unique and different. And, apparently highly puzzle-centric.
Highly puzzle-centric. Someone said to Flatman B, remember, the world is flat and no butt stuff. Someone's talking about Flatman B, and Flatman B responded and said, Purple, I don't know what the Earth is, and yes, no butt stuff, please. Thank you, Flatman B. Thank you for thank you for clearing that up.
Kind of interesting. I haven't played a puzzle game in quite a long time, I feel. So... let's go ahead and let's boot her up and let's see what it's all about. Here we are.
The B is not for butt, as some of you might have thought. Yes.
Caterade, thanks for the super chat. I'll answer that in a bit. Let's focus on the game I'm playing right now. Thanks.
Really? Yep, that'll get the donations. Shitting on people for giving you money the wrong way. Why would you ask that now, okay, Caterade? God damn it. Dumb fuck.
Dogu Bomb presents Dogu Bomb.
I'm going 100% live. Let's see the beginning of the game, then we'll get out. We'll check the bird stuff and then get out. I will be on the tractor beam tonight. If you want more action today, if you weren't walking in a Z pattern, drink more.
He sounds like the actor. What's his name? John Malkovich. He sounds like John Malkovich.
I think that's a good point, Lyrical Thesis, though.
Set my hand this 8th day of March, 1993.
93. So
PWR is definitely. I don't know what it is. Like if PWR has like non-detractor people that like him, but like PWR has definitely been resulting in more troll tips. I mean, honestly, it's going way up now thanks to PWR.
So you're a kid?
About to go under 200 views while PWR rises to 500. I'm not saying it's PWR's fault. I'm saying like there's some fans of PWR maybe that are trying to felt Phillip, but they do it in the way that requires money, which you don't have to do, is what I'm saying. It's not PWR's fault at all. Excuse me if I said that.
Yeah, you're a kid.
You're a kid. Get that?
Nice reflection on the floor. Marble floor. 50 steps. The upper left-hand corner has footsteps and it says 50. What does that mean? I'm not sure, but it's kind of annoying that my leaderboard touches that. Maybe I should put my leaderboard at the bottom.
Army. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Like that's what we need to be the real payoff. Is he gets a Lex style rant? Like he's like go after PWR. That would be the funniest reaction. That's massive PWRW if that happens.
Like that. That way you can see the footsteps, although I don't know what that means.
That's complete PWR
Can you
victory.
leave? I give up. I immediately leave. The grounds, it says, right? The grounds.
Rockstar.
Nice mountains.
Okay, Rockstar.
It's like in a state that's out in the mountains.
Rockstar requires a
like,
dark side Phil
from
joke from ChatGPT.
Civilization.
Sure.
Can you
no
run?
problem.
No. Can you jump? Can you do anything? Nothing? Oh, wait. Oh, crap. So right bumper. Oh, Lord. Look at this. This is your map, apparently. Your directory. Look at this. Okay. Okay, left trigger lets you run. Left trigger lets you go faster. So you can't leave. This is like a big balcony, right?
Uh-huh. Okay, you ready? Here it is. Why did the gamer cross the road? To get to the other side. But the game lagged, the controls didn't respond, the sun glare hit my screen, and somehow it's my fault I got hit by a car?
You just give up?
There you go. Not
yeah,
bad.
look, I'm giving up. I'm leaving.
Big ups, Rockstar. I am not lying. That is true.
What's that? Is there a road down there? Yeah, look.
Oh my God, look at this.
What's this? A door? Yeah.
Look at the last line. It says, "Want one with a salty pre-stream rant vibe too?" I'll say yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
A secret door, private drive, the grounds. Oh, you know what I should do? So the bottom right-hand corner is showing the names of where you are. So for this playthrough, I should flip myself so that I'm looking the other way. Let me do that right now.
So I boot up the game, right? First thing I see, lag. Enemies shooting through walls. I press a button, nothing happens. Chat's calling me a noob. Trolls are clipping it already. But I'm the bad guy for saying the game's broken? Bruh, I'm not rage quitting. I'm tactically disengaging from a bugged experience. Want me to write it like a transcript from his pre-stream podcast next? No, it's okay.
There we go. So now... I won't be blocking.
If you like, there's some tweaks there, but you can get a good script, right? Like he like DSP would never say "brah" and he would never say "noob," but like just a little change would be funny, you know?
Private ground
would make it perfect.
Here's what I can do. You know what? No, you know what I should do? I should do this.
Oh my God, great stream, man! This is going great.
To fabricate a respectable off-site sleeping quarter. You could call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu, right trigger. It should be accessed after picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall, but we don't have that yet. So maybe this is where you're going to start every day.
Get out of
sound. By the way, you have a stuffed bluebird in there or something.
Ooh, speaking of birds.
Maybe this is where your day begins then, every day. Interesting view. I like the sound of the wind blowing through the trees is quite relaxing.
Why don't you go outside? You could actually get that same sound every day.
Can we open this? Oh, it's a combination lock.
Oh.
To do what? There's a shed out here. Damn, so there's going to be a lot of exploration and stuff to do. We have to find a combination to open the shed near where you start. There's stuff over there. I don't know what it is, though. Oh, what's that? Like smoke coming out of the ground there. See that? Huh.
Might have to find a code,
well,
I'm
I
guessing.
guess now we know that that's over there. That's useful. Although, if you take a look at the upper left-hand corner, it says 47 steps. It's counting down. So does that mean we only have a limited amount of steps that we can take each day? And then maybe you get tired and you pass out or something? Like you have stamina.
And as someone suggested, that might be doctored ordered walk, honestly, guys. Because he got very offended by someone like saying like, how dare you do that? And I kind of think that could be something he has to do. Each day has to do a walk. Has he been doing that every day, though, or not?
Okay, can't do anything with that yet. How much you want to bet these are shortcuts? Dabhand says you seem to lose a footstep when you enter a new named
Every
area.
day
I guess
she's
you have
home.
limited chances to explore new places. Yeah, maybe. I thought maybe it's like stamina. Like it just runs out after time and then you have to like go to sleep. Yeah, see, because now... Okay, so this is private drive 46. So if the name changes again, let's see if it says 45. So that would be when we hit the courtyard. Let's see if it says 45 as soon as we hit the courtyard.
Let's see.
Yes.
Yes.
So it changed to say the grounds and it went to 45. So we've wasted 5 steps by checking out 5 locations.
Okay.
Here's the thing we'll probably go to later.
Hand-holding begins. Okay, can't open that.
Now, wait a minute. This might be the stupidest thing ever. Obviously, if it were locked, you could just reach through and unlock it.
It's a video game.
How dumb is it? You could just walk through the hole. I mean, forget that. You could step over right here. How could you possibly tell me that this is hindering me from making advancement? That's ridiculous. It's the world's lowest wall, and you can't walk over it. That's silly.
Like that hasn't been a thing since like Resident Evil
whatever.
1.
All right, well, here's
Resident Evil would have like a half a door kind of leaning one way, and like, you can't get that way. You got to do like 2 hours of stuff to get past that door.
Banner. Quite large.
Oh yeah, Pokemon's a good example too. Just one little branch and 3
Entrance
leaves.
hall rank 1, and it went down again. So, some birds, some staves, like walking canes.
Speaking of birds, I'd like to see some kind of puzzle thing here before we go to the bird cut here. The
That
bird
picture.
content.
Your ace. You must have blueprints to draft. What? To open a door? What does that make? How does that make any sense?
I will. I just gotta find a good time. Like, he doesn't answer right away, right? So, like, it's not like he's definitely gonna answer.
Searching this day can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you lose 1 footstep. When you no longer have any footsteps left, you get too tired to continue searching the manor and you call it a day. So I was right. It's a stamina measurement. Got it. All right, you have to pick up the blueprints before you can make any progress. Let's just say welcome letter. Open only in the event of my death. All right, before we begin, I have a couple shout outs to do. We have Caterade with a $5 super chat asking about a Broken Road DLC for Days Gone. What are you talking about? No, we're not doing any Days Gone DLC.
All right,
Nor did I even know that one existed, Caterade. You know, didn't know there was any DLC. I think, wasn't there, isn't that ancient? I'm not aware of a new DLC coming out for Days Gone, but
Tony T has
thanks
a
to
theory.
Super Chat, nope.
After gastric sleeve, you have to walk twice a day. Is that true?
I'm not doing it. And, let's see here. I received a $5 tip. Am I a blue prince or a red king? I have no idea. I don't know what it means or what the references are.
Supposed to be a
Thank you
joke,
for the $5
but
tip.
great.
Okay.
Thanks for the money, though. Damn.
Remember, guys, if you enjoy my streams, please support them in some way. Anything appreciated. Our goal for today is our usual 150, which you can support in many ways. Super chat.
Does that ever go down?
Chats, memberships, subs on Kick, tips, etc.
That never goes down then. Oh, it's always that.
Thanks in advance. Okay. So here we go. Next page. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope
All right, we'll come back to this. So let's go back to the bird real quick, okay? So the bird happened at 12:35. You weren't here. Listen to this very clear bird, all right? It happened right here. Got the timestamp for us and everything. Here.
No. It's probably because I'm Italian, and Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood. Because I'm Italian, and Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
There you go. You heard that? So I'm going to give you one more time.
Love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
All right, so that was the loudest and most bird-like sound. I mean, you can't say that's a screaming child anymore. I mean, it's not. So let's do the Stellar's J call here. Some people are insinuating that it could be the Stellar's J. Here we go. See, I don't think that, though. I think that's too... Now, this is an outside bird. It can't be an inside bird. So if that is what you heard, it's an outside thing. Now, canary call. Let's hear what does a canary sound like? Is that anyone with birds have any other birds we can check out here? Parakeet? Okay, parakeet call. Okay, some people are saying parakeet. Canary sound a little bit too high-pitched. I just listened, but here we go. A budgie. See? This sounds way more like it to me, guys. Listen to this. Okay, so let's go back to this.
Because I'm Italian, and Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
See, it's more of a sound, though. We got to hear that one. See?
Very cool.
See, I hear that more myself. I'll check out more though. I'm not confirmed yet.
Because I'm Italian, and Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
See? Yeah. What birds are sold at PetSmart? Low-key good idea, actually. And here's the question, guys. I don't think there's I think there's zero chance it's an outside bird. Why have we never heard outside birds before? And he didn't have any filters before, guys. We never heard a single bird outside, and now all of a sudden we're hearing birds all the fucking time? I have never been more team bird than I am right now, in this moment. It's very freeing. But it does sound like a bird, to me. Maybe he has a birdhouse outside his window. Well, maybe.
House. So, different rooms. A den appears to have 2 ways to go, and it says +1
okay,
diamond.
Fuck off. Anyways, let's do this. Let's finish with Lechero, because I haven't watched it yet, and this is the last show of the week, so let's do that. Boner in Sweatband says, can you catch me up with the recent PWR lore? I cannot, because I don't keep up with PWR. After I'm done the stream, it's all family time until 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m., so I cannot, and he always streams like literally at that time, so I really don't know any PWR lore. I know he's getting a lot of views, that's all I know. And people are enjoying it. Lyrical Thesis says, maybe Cat just chirps when Tyrone... Oh, okay, Lyrical Thesis, toxic. That's toxic. Nava down south says, there's phone apps that can identify birds by their sounds. Use them hiking. Huh. Interesting, Nava down south. I will have more discourse on this, on That Being Said, tomorrow. Do not worry, all right? I promise you. Tomorrow, at That Being Said, is going to be on the earlier side. So 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be... no, sorry. I think it has to be earlier than that. I'll tell you. Don't worry, I'll tell you. I think... We'll see. I'm not going to tell you the date now. But anyways, let's listen to this real quick.
I don't know what a diamond is. Yeah.
I want to finish before the pre-stream starts, but...
So what I want to do, obviously, I want to...
Jericho says, want to talk to my partner. They know birds. Listen to a Conure if no one has suggested that already. All right, hold on now. Let's hear this. Last one. And PetSmart sells them. Oh. Now we're in trouble. Have we cracked the code? Is this it? Did Jericho just put a period on this bird sentence? We're cooking. Here we go. Conure, sorry. This is George, so get fucked, George. No, you're cool, George. Not. That's it. That's it. That's it. We found it! It's George! It's fucking George! We were here! We heard the George! All right, hold on. Let's go back. Let me get more proof. We have to lock this down. I'm going to call the Library of Congress and get this locked down. I want no more conjecture about this. Let's put this thing to bed right here. I'm tired of it. Here we go.
I never played Little Nightmares.
Legend, Jericho. It's rare that conspiracy theories are proven correct, but Jericho just did it today.
Yes, I love garlic because I'm Italian, and Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
Oh, the first one was better, George. That one right there. Hold on, let's try to get it better here.
Because I'm Italian, and Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
Come on, Georgie. I mean, I think that's it. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Because I'm Italian, and Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
All right, well, hold on. Crample Smurf is would like to enter into the courtroom as evidence. Zebra Finch. Okay, well, we'll check this. Zebra Finch. Zebra Finch. All right, I will enter this into the evidence. This is Article 3. Zebra Finch. Get out of here, Reggie. Here we go. Zebra Finch. Oh, come on! Fuck off! Who did this? Get him out of the courtroom! Get him out of here! What is this? This is some kind of practical joke! We can't have trolling in here! Ban him! There's someone in the background that sounds like it, but not him. We can't allow that. This guy's cool, though. I mean, this guy is cool. Try a kiwi bird. Oh, yeah. Try an ostrich. This is our king, right? Oh, see there! That was a good one. Right here, right here. That one right there, I think, is most reminiscent of a sound that a DSP bird has made. Listen to this one. Here we go, right here.
Because I'm Italian, and Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
Oh, now see, it goes back, and it's not quite as long, but... Come on, Georgie. Don't be camera shy now, George. That sounds really similar.
Because I'm Italian, and Italians love garlic by default. It's in our blood.
All right. Some people are saying budgie. I wish we could come to some kind of conclusion, but I don't think we can do it today. We're going to have to stop on this one, and we're going to have to come back. We'll revisit this, okay? Court cases take a long time. We have to go through all the evidence. I'll talk with my people, talk with their people. We'll come to a conclusion, okay? So, that'll do it for today. I'll see you on the tractor beam tonight. That being said, we'll be tomorrow, where I'm sure you'll get more bird content if you didn't get enough. Let's go live real quick to see what's going on here. Oh, no, we got to go to blueprints.
Bedroom will give me 10 steps. Great. Self-explanatory. But then we would have
We're pissed already.
to backtrack, okay? So, taking a look, I would have to backtrack 2 rooms to the den. So that would be really only giving me 7, because 1, 2, 3, yeah. It would give me around 7, okay? If we do pantry, that's great. I get 4 coins, although we don't know what the coins are for yet. You also adored me with coins every stream. Thank you for that. Or lavatory, but they haven't explained what the lavatory does. So I think we'll do pantry.
Okay. Big ups, everybody. That'll do it for today. I cannot raid PWR because he does not have his raid thing turned on. So I have to. It's not showing up for me. But anyways, that'll do it for today, guys. You're all legends. We'll see ya. Thanks for chilling. Bye. Shoutouts to George.